I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Yes.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right on SABC3. It's your Thursday morning. Friday Eve, as we always like to say.
Already. Say what?
Can you put it there, man?
Yes.
Thursday morning, say what indeed,
Wow.
man.
Okay, well, let's get it underway, giving you a bit of a preview of what you can expect on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning. Adele Knight, one of the blood sisters.
Yes, the only blood sister.
The only blood sister will be joining us today for some music, and we'll be getting to know her a little bit later on.
Oh, amazing. And then you know what, something that's quite different this morning, you guys were asking, what are Pop-tarts? Well, we're going to show you exactly what they are and how to make them in a toaster. That's what we're getting up to today.
Well, what are they?
What are they?
It's like a little, the best way I would explain is like a mini little pastry thing with like a jammy texture in the middle. It's delicious. It's best when it is toasted, but you can eat it cold, you can eat it as it is. I just know it's a very American treat that we are probably South Africanizing a little bit.
Pop-tart.
So it's Pop-tarts.
Pop-tarts.
Not Pop-tarts,
No,
Pop-tarts.
Okay, let's go to that. Let's go to that.
We'll also be chatting to Dion Lawrenson about the role he's got in a movie called Table Manners.
Yes.
So yeah, make sure you stay tuned.
It'll
for
be
that.
lekker. And then, of course, hair trends from New York Fashion Week. Of course, hair's a trending.
Yeah.
Hair's a trending, and we need to talk about it. Yeah, especially at New York Fashion Week. Everyone's talking about who was there, the fashion, but not the hair.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at my hair?
No, because I'm looking at your hair. It looks very New York Fashion Week inspired. Is that
it?
where you get it? Where you got it from?
Yeah, of course, man. What do you
fade
think?
On the side.
What do you think? I've got very small extensions in as well. It's there. It's there, bro. It's there. New York Fashion Week-esque.
It's gonna be that kind of Thursday Pop-tarting with the hair. Anyway, let's get it underway and take a look at the headlines of the morning. Leanne, how you doing?
Good morning, team, and good morning to you at home. Let's take a look at what's happening in the news. 6 members of a suspected rhino horn trafficking syndicate that allegedly ran its own intelligence operation with at least 2 police officers in its ranks have been arrested in Mpumalanga, the Hawk said yesterday. It is alleged that the syndicate operated with almost military precision around the Kruger National Park, as well as a private game farm and state-owned reserves in KZN and Gauteng. Hawk spokesperson Brigadier Hangwani Molodze said syndicate members allegedly ran poaching groups with the support of corrupt police officials as well as staff from private game farms. Geologists and paleontologists from Witwatersrand, Birmingham and Oxford universities have confirmed a massive discovery of different species of dinosaur fossils in the Camara village outside the small town of Sterkspruit in the Eastern Cape. The discovery has attracted international attention as it is believed to be the most historic dinosaur fossils discovery ever seen. Paleontologists say the discovery of so many dinosaur fossils in one place is the first of its kind in the world. Local villagers believe UNESCO should consider declaring the dino fossil bed a heritage site. Now moving further abroad, Lesotho's Attorney General has filed court papers accusing suspected Chief Justice Ntomeng Majara of inciting violence and threatening peace and stability in the Mountain Kingdom. She was suspected by the king last week on advice of Prime Minister Tom Tabane. However, Majara's lawyer wrote a letter saying that she would ignore her suspension and resume her duties. Earlier, she was asked to show cause why she should not be suspended and impeached over several misconduct allegations, which include her alleged failure to preside over cases for some 2 years. And then finally, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has agreed to shut one of the country's main missile testing and launch sites. He signed a pledge to permanently close the Tongchang-ri facility after talks in Pyongyang with his South Korean counterpart Moon Jae-in. China has welcomed this development, saying both sides had found new and important common ground. The main focus of the summit meeting was the issue of denuclearization. While the US and North Korea agreed in broad terms earlier this year to work towards that goal, negotiations have since stalled. Well, that was your 6 o'clock news update. Time for us to take a look at what's happening in the world of sport. Kat has the details.
Thank you very much, Leanne. Here's taking a look at the scoreboards early on this morning. Cape Town City rescued a point in the Premiership last night as they came back from 2 goals down to see out a 2-2 draw with Orlando Pirates in Soweto. By the 16th minute, Pirates were 2-0 up ahead, but City's Ayanda Batosi put in a man-of-the-match performance as his second half brace brought City level. In last night's other match, Mamelodi Sundowns beat Golden Arrows by a 1-0 in Durban. And further afield, Juventus got off to a stumbling winning start in their UEFA Champions League bid for the title last night as they beat Valencia by 2-0. The old lady went down to 10 men in the 29th minute as Cristiano Ronaldo was shown a straight red for an off-the-ball incident. But Juve bounced back with Miralem Pjanic converting 2 penalties. In other results, Man United beat Young Boys 3-0, Man City lost to Lyon 2-1, while Real Madrid downed Roma 3-0. In other footballing news, Banyana are in the Women's COSAFA Cup semi-final action today as they face off with Uganda in Port Elizabeth. South Africa booked their place in the last 4 with a first-place finish in Group A after victories over Malawi, Botswana and Madagascar. Banyana's match kicks off at the Wilson Stadium at 3:30 with the first semi-final between Zambia and Cameroon set for 1 p.m. And finally, the Proteas women's ODI match against West Indies yesterday was abandoned due to rain after West Indies won the toss and asked to bowl first. South Africa finished their innings on 177 for 8 when the rain came down. The third and final ODI of the 3-match series takes place this Friday in Barbados, with the Proteas holding a 1-0 series lead. And that's a roundup of the sporting headlines this morning.
Thank you very much, Kat. Let's quickly take a first look at your weather and your temperatures. Before we do so, we would love to see what it looks like in your parts of the world. Take those pictures, maybe a beautiful sunrise, and post them on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page, and we'll gladly share them with the nation right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, this picture we received from Mlungisi this morning. It's a beautiful sunrise from Madadeni and Newcastle. Thank you very much, my friend. Mlungisi, you can expect cold conditions with light morning showers this morning, reaching a maximum of only 18 degrees later on today. Thank you very much for your picture. We look forward to seeing more later on. Right now, for your temperatures going into your Thursday morning, Polokwane is starting off on 10 minimum, reaching a high of 24 degrees. Mbombela 10:17, Pretoria 11:31, Johannesburg 10:29, Mahikeng 14:33, Klerksdorp starting off on 13, reaching a high of 32 degrees. Kimberley 11:24, Bloemfontein 8:24, Richards Bay on 13, reaching a high of 19, with some rain expected. Pietermaritzburg 8 and a high of 14, also rain expected for your Thursday. Durban 15 and a high of 18 degrees. Mthatha 6:16, East London 10:17, Cradock 3:19, Port Elizabeth 9:17, George on 6 minimum, reaching a high of 15 degrees. Sutherland -2 this morning, staying cool with a maximum 14. Cape Town 8:15, Worcester 0:17, Springbok 5 and a high of 21, and Uppington starting off on 10 minimum, your maximum 24 degrees. And that wraps up your weather and your temperatures for the 6 o'clock bulletin. We'll keep you updated throughout the course of your morning. As always, I'm back in half an hour's time with another weather update.
Okay, well, it's time for us to quickly take a look at what happened on this day in history. Listen, I'm a little shocked because, you know, we live in a world that's constantly changing. Life is definitely getting way too fast each day. So as we welcome today, the 20th of September, if in case you didn't know, we're going to take a look at what happened in history on this day.
Absolutely. So let's take it back to 1977. The Fonz jumped a shark on the television screen series Happy Day, immortalizing the phrase jumping the shark as a metaphor for when something has happened, has passed its peak.
Very interesting. I've never used that phrase before.
Never. It must be like Pop-tarts.
Okay.
Very American.
Must be. But also in 1973, an estimated 19 million people watched the Battle of the Sexes, where Billie Jean King defeated Bobby Riggs in a televised tennis match at the Astrodome. That's in Houston, Texas.
Yeah, and then also, on this day, the head cartoon show The Flintstones, produced by Hanna-Barbera, about a nuclear family living in the Stone Ages, debuted on this day in 1960. You know every word?
I don't know every word, but I do know the first few words.
How does it go?
So it's Flintstones, meet the Flintstones.
No, you can't. No, stop the Pop-tart train. You got to sing it. You can't say it.
No,
1,
there's
2,
actually
3,
a rule.
4.
No singing is allowed on TV.
Yeah.
Meet the Flintstones. They're the modern age family. Stone Age family. Listen, that was our bite-sized dose of history today. Very interesting, very random, and of course, why don't you go out today, seize the day, make it one for the books.
Time.
Wow. To come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're going to give you a little preview of the Cape Town Marathon.
Yes, we have the legend that is Alana Meyer joining us as well, talking us through. And then linking on to that, of course, we're going to help you out with some fitness, marathon training. Woohoo! If you need some tips, stick right here with your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll be back after the break.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Let's head to the first social post of the morning, shall we? What is Kat and Zoe up to over here? We want to know from you. It is Throwback Thursday, so we're throwing back to your favorite content on Expresso. All you need to do is tell us, what do you love seeing most on your Feel Good Breakfast Show? Let's see, Bernice kicking us off saying, good morning, beautiful people. It's my birthday. I'm a whopping 55 years young today. I thank God for blessing me. That's awesome. Happy birthday. Colin says, good morning, Expresso. There's too much things that I like about the show. One thing that I like is all of you beautiful presenters. Oh, and we love you too. Chris says, morning, my favorite people. I love you guys. I love the morning show. I love the afternoon show. What I like seeing is food. And of course, Katlejo singing as well. Everything about you guys. Caroline says, good morning, Expresso team and Facebook friends. Just everything. Thank you so much, Expresso. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. We surely will try. And then Vincent saying, good morning, Expresso fam. Joan saying, morning, I love everything about Expresso. Also the clothes you wear, the hairstyles, and the shoes. Awesome stuff. Well, thank you so much for those beautiful comments. We would like to know, seeing as though it's Throwback Thursday, let's throw it back. What is your favorite content on your Feel Good Breakfast Show?
All right, now marathon fever will be finally hitting the mother city this weekend as the Cape Town Marathon makes its much anticipated return. So athletes from all over the world, both professional and amateur, will make their way to the starting lineup on Sunday to take on South Africa's only IAAF gold label status race. Olympic silver medalist and race ambassador Ilana May joins us to share more about the event that is, I think, a big highlight on many Cape Townians, South Africans and Africans lists as well. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Great, good morning.
So I think for the runners, all the preparation is done. Nothing more can be done right now except a couple of jogs in the morning just to stretch out the muscles. But from a race perspective, how's the event organizing looking?
You know, it's looking great. I think you know, the last couple of days we got much needed rain.
Yeah.
But for the weekend, the weather is looking perfect. You know, so that's fantastic news. We had a good sign up. You know, there will be 23,000 runners, you know, on the start line of the races, you know, from 80 countries, top class athletes. So really looking forward, you know, to the event now. You know, a lot of the hard work's been done. Like you said, training's been done. You know, now we really encourage the Cape Townians to come out, to bring the gees,
Bring the gees.
and to come and support.
Yeah, and be part of Africa's gold, isn't that what we say? And also, I mean, we're looking at pictures now from the previous year's races. So tell us about the routes this year and the road closures that people should be aware of, because obviously we want to have a very smooth run race.
So this year the exciting news is that we will have, 7 kilometers of beachfront running.
Oh, wow.
So that is fantastic. That was one of the requests coming through all the runners. We've paid attention, listened. So obviously Beach Road will be closed. In Sea Point, will be affected by, the running of both the marathon and the 10K on Sunday. Then you will be heading through the city. And then down Main Road all the way to Newlands, around Rondebosch Common, fantastic place to go and spectate, down Lisbeek Parkway, no Pardon Island, heading back all the way to the city. So people must be aware there will be road closures, beach will be closed, Buitengracht will be closed, but it's well communicated and alternative routes, so rather join in, come and support.
Absolutely. Speak to me about that. Where can people go out and show their gees? Where are the best spectator zones or spots to go and watch the race?
So this year, very excitingly, Sanlam announced a gees prize.
Yes.
So for the club with the best gees, for the charity with the best gees, for the individual, dress up, show your support, show your gees, and you can also walk away with some cash prizes.
Yeah, there's 50,000 Rand on the line that'll be given away to people that are showing their gees and supporting all throughout the race.
So Rondebosch Common is always a very popular place. In Newlands, EnduroCAD will be in Lisbeek Parkway. Across Hartleyvale, we'll have some fun activities for the kids.
Excellent.
The Enduro Heroes will be there. The superheroes will join the Enduro Heroes, so that there will be loads of action and fun. So and then obviously, come to the finish. It's always great for the runners to be welcomed home.
Absolutely. This being South Africa, but correct me if I'm wrong, Africa's only IAAF gold label status marathon,
Absolutely.
Right? It represents the continent. So you are literally, putting up a flag and saying to the world of runners out there, this is where the best marathon is at. I'm assuming the elite runners and professional runners are coming in droves. So who have you got in the elite field?
Yeah, so absolutely. I think, Africa is the home of distance running. Just last week in Berlin, Elliot destroyed the world record running a 2:01 over the marathon distance. So to have a gold label marathon on the African continent is just so important. And I think even more importantly for the South Africans, this year, 3 of our very own gold label athletes will be on the starting line. So it will be the first time that Stephen Makoka is here, Desmond Magobu, and Nolene Conrad, our very own gold label athletes, will take on the rest of the world. And I think, personally, I'm holding thumbs for a hometown win.
Come on.
That will be really great. But, it won't be like easy. We've got athletes from Kenya, Ethiopia, Australia, Tanzania, so it really is a star-packed field.
Yeah, well, a field worthy of being packed indeed, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Ilana. It's all happening on the 23rd of September, this coming Sunday. If you're looking for more information of how you can be part of the gees, be part of Africa's gold, visit the website capetownmarathon.com.
Well, listen, this weekend, Cape Town is coming alive, and it is the Cape Town Marathon taking place. And what better way to train for a marathon than getting Nadeem, Muhammad, and Muhammad from Top Dog's crew in as they are embarking on a fantastic run that's coming up on Sunday. They're doing the 42.2 kilometer full marathon. I'm only doing 10 kilometers, so I've got the easy one. But I want to know from you, gentlemen, how do you train? Muhammad, welcome, guys. I'm going to welcome the whole crew.
Thanks, Les. starting as Zoe. Look, it's a lot of mileage we have to put in each week.
Yes.
We put in a minimum of 50 kilometers each week.
Okay.
Just so that our body and our legs will be accustomed to the race day of 42 hours and running for 5.5 hours, which is our aim on Sunday.
Okay, so that's the goal, 5.5 hours to
Yes.
finish 42.2 kilometers.
Yes.
So for a bit of a warm-up or going through your training process, what would you normally do? Can you take us through that?
Sure. So generally what we'll do, we have to do dynamic exercises to just get the heart going, muscles loosen and prevent injury.
Okay.
So we'll start with running on the spot.
Okay.
Simple running on the spot. From there on, we'll go to high knees. So just nice and easy. And then for more, just a little butt kicks, the back.
Okay, there we go.
And if you want, you can always just add in a nice jumping jack here and there. So simple jumping jacks. And I mean, that's all you need to do. And just a bit more, a kilometer of run or half a kilometer of run on the day. And you're ready to, and you're homed up.
That's amazing. So on the morning, is this type of warm-up you'll do, or will you do something a little bit more?
No, this is generally what we do, is just dynamic exercises with a bit of running about a kilometer just before the race at a nice slow pace.
Okay. Now I have to ask, in terms of diet,
Yes.
fueling yourself on race day,
Yes.
what's your go-to method?
I generally love using dates, some honey as well, almonds, and believe it or not, biltong.
Okay, so you do not run on an empty stomach?
No, I do not. No,
Okay.
you should not never run on an empty stomach.
See, I'm doing the 10 kilometers. I need as many tips as I can from the pros. How many times have you done a marathon?
This could be my 11th marathon in total.
Okay.
And I've done 4 ultra marathons as well.
That's amazing.
Which includes 1 comrades.
So I think a big thing that people don't do is post-run. The
Yes.
stretch, the cool down.
Yes.
What do you do?
Well, with the cool down segment, it's more about, this is where it's different. It's no longer dynamic, it's static.
Okay.
So basically you do a bit of just
You
lunges.
get a bit of a stretch.
Stretch in just to work out the quads, the hamstrings and stuff. And then you get a hole and then you just push one foot against the hole just to work the calves as well.
Okay, get
Just
a good stretch.
Good stretch in because you've worked the body a lot and just need to rest now and cool down again.
Okay, well, I want to wish all the Top Dogs crew and
Thank you very
everyone
much.
running this coming Sunday, the Cape Town Marathon, all the best of luck.
Thank you.
You guys will beat your mark.
Thank you.
What's the aim for the time? 5.5 hours?
We're aiming to beat the record. We're aiming personally as 5.5 hours.
Okay, well, that is absolutely incredible. Good luck to you if you're running this weekend.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hey, so if you are going to be running the Cape Town Marathon, there's a couple of great tips for you. Now, with regards to nutrition, eating, of course, the right nutrients, such as your proteins after your exercise, can help decrease muscle protein breakdown. And that is why we have a smoothie lineup for you with added protein powder to help with just that. We'll be whipping up a vanilla and raspberry smoothie for your post-workout drink, Zoe.
Yes!
So this is the
need
thing.
this.
You need this, but if you take a look at something, if you're going to go for a run afterwards, or maybe you're just going to go train, it's so good to think about that sweet treat that you're going to have at the end of it.
That's
That's healthy and that's going to benefit your training.
But I'm doing the 10 kilometers on Sunday, so I'm doing the piste run,
Yes.
which is
Look.
got nothing in comparison to the 42.2 kilometers.
You're still gonna
But
need
I'm
it.
doing it for a good cause. I'm teaming up with the UCT Scrubs team, and we're running to raise funds for the Red Cross Children's Hospital.
Exactly. Now
Yeah.
do this for a good cause for your stomach and your body as well, because you're going to need it. All right, very easy. Raspberry and vanilla smoothie. So we've got some protein. So we're going to start off with our Clover Classic Vanilla Yogurt.
Okay.
So we need about a cup. So we got these little yogurt pods. I don't know what you call them.
I love them because it's normally the perfect size when I go have my breakfast in the morning. That's just the right amount.
Exactly, just like that. But we're putting 2 in there because
Okay.
there's 2 of us.
We're
you
gonna
see?
share.
We'll share. All right, now for the rest of the ingredients, we shall need.
I'll take that from.
Okay. Don't worry. Got it. You recover. Remember, you recover. We got our raspberries. All right, great source of fiber as well, which your body needs.
Not that
Also
it
some
matters, but it's going to
vitamins
give
and minerals.
the smoothie a nice color.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some vanilla paste. And here you can really, if you don't have vanilla paste at home and if you have vanilla essence, I'm sure it's fine. You can do that as well. Bam. Just like that. Our protein powder, now we're using a lean whey protein for this because after an exercise session, you want a type of protein that absorbs very fast in the body because your muscles need that recovery to stop it from breaking itself
I'm being
down.
a bad assistant.
No, you're good. I'm making it for you, Zoe.
See, this is my kind of cooking, just standing in the kitchen
I am
and
making
talking.
this for you, and then just a little bit of milk. We're going to top it up because we have 2 glasses. That should
There
be
we
all right.
go.
And now we just blast it up. Now the keyword is drink. SMS that to 33728. That's drink to 33728. If you want to get your hands on our raspberry and vanilla smoothie. Here we go. You ready?
There we go.
Bam! There we go. We'll do it 5, 4, 3. How quick is that? And if you want, in terms of a bit more sweetness, you can add a little bit of honey if you really want. We didn't add no honey.
No, that's
because
fine.
you're keeping it nice and natural.
No honey.
No honey, but look at that.
Look at that, yay. Okay.
Nice and smooth and pink.
It is pink. I did say the raspberries will add a nice colour.
And there you have it. And we have our
bamboo straws.
Bamboo straws this morning.
There we
And
go.
so you do it.
Thank you.
Drink to 33728. SMS that and you'll get your hands on this recovery smoothie. Delicious and pink. And delicious.
Good.
Yeah.
Clover Classic Custard. The creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
You know what they say, real men drink pink drinks.
Absolutely.
Okay,
well done, Ewan. Representation. Listen, the Cape Town Marathon has everyone excited in the Mother City this coming week, and of course, it's all happening on Sunday. And it's bringing about runners from all around the world, from all different walks of life, including those running for the SPCA. And they're doing it in a very kind of unique way. You'll never guess what they're doing. Stay tuned. They're the guys. They're going to tell us their story after the break.
Absolutely. And then JP Sebastian's here. We're talking about the new movies opening this weekend. And of course, the biggest movie of all time. We need to discuss the greatest spy the world has ever known. If you want to know who I'm talking about, you need to stay tuned after the break. Don't you know him?
No,
not that one.
It's just in. Call comes in, collector, you've got a new edition. It's just in. You're trading lives, they get no recognition. You're selling shares of us again without our permission. Smooth acquisition of our beauty, color, looting. Give out our culture like it's a commodity. Call comes in, collector, you've got a new edition. It's just in. Call comes in, collector, you've got a new edition. It's just in. Tree them up without a fear, with peculiar precision. You know what they want to hear. Talk it up straight to their ears. Call it freedom, access the economy. Call comes in, collector, you've got a new edition. It's just in. Call comes in, collector, you've got a new edition. It's just in. Oh. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on SABC3. So good to be hanging out with you. It's so good on your Thursday morning, man. It's also a hashtag Throwback Thursday. We love throwing things back a little bit because there's always so much happening and it's worth remembering, especially what happens here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Yeah, hashtag TBT. We've made some delicious, decadent recipes this past week on Expresso, including a delicious bobotie, but we had to share these recipes with you that were made by Lucy Leeds and Keegan James. They're two of our viewers. They made them, took pictures and shared them on our Facebook wall. Take a look at this. We want to say well done to you guys. You guys have probably seen them right now on the screen. There they are. Look at that. Cupcakes delicioso. Probably when we were celebrating Cadbury's 80th anniversary. Yes. So they were inspired by that. You can see some of the... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Where's the other picture? Show us the other picture. There it is. Oh, bobotie. Wow. A la delicioso.
Bobotie.
Bobotie.
Bobotie. Can't go wrong with a bobotie. Right. Now, although we're throwing it back, we're actually throwing it forward as well.
Okay.
Kat. Yes, because we are looking forward to next week Tuesday's hashtag Tuesday Tunes with Kat. Now, we had a brilliant performance from Kat a little while ago. That's how we're throwing it back. La Vida by Mikasa. That performance, it blew all of our minds. You're cool, man. You're cool like that. Check it out. Check it out.
Ouvi dizer tantas coisas, festas, pessoal a dançar, mas eu não sei como é que eu vou explicar, como é que eu sinto. Ouvi dizer que hoje é dia, o nosso dia, dia feliz. E eu só sei que ao pé quero estar, agora e pra minha vida inteira. A nossa vida é tão linda pra chorar.
Very smooth. So when you watch yourself, something like that, what goes on?
I love that song. Mikasa is one of my favorite bands.
Song. What goes on?
When I sing that song.
No, when you look at yourself singing that song.
That's a weird question.
No, it's not a weird question. Do you go like, damn, I'm good, or I like that, or maybe I could have pulled my mouth a little bit differently. I don't know. What goes? I wonder.
I don't try and pull my mouth any particular way. I just kind of like.
I use it as an example.
I think what goes. I'm proud of that moment, and I love the fact that people enjoyed it so much.
We love it, man. I'm just making fun. Listen, yeah, looking forward to that one. Hashtag Tuesday Tunes with Kat. We can't wait with the next one.
Listen, anyway, let us know which songs you would like to see me perform on Tuesday Tunes. Yeah. Next week's selection, I've made particularly proudly South African because we are still in Heritage Month. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to it. Hashtag Tuesday Tunes. But today is all about TBT, throwing it back on the Thursday. You, bro. Yes, I understand. Anyway, Leanne, what's up?
In the national news this morning, 6 members of a suspected rhino horn trafficking syndicate that allegedly ran its own intelligence operation with at least 2 police officers in its ranks have been arrested in Mpumalanga, the Hawks announced yesterday. Geologists and paleontologists from Witwatersrand, Birmingham and Oxford universities have confirmed a massive discovery of different species of dinosaur fossils in a village outside the small town of Sterkspruit in the Eastern Cape. Now moving further abroad, Lesotho's Attorney General has filed court papers accusing suspended Chief Justice Ntomeng Majara of inciting violence and threatening peace and stability in the Mountain Kingdom. She was suspended by the king last week. And then finally, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has agreed to shut one of the country's main missile testing and launch sites. This after talks in Pyongyang with his South Korean counterpart, Moon Jae-in. Well, that was your 6:30 news update. I'll have a full bulletin for you at the top of the hour.
Well, let's also give you a little bit of a bikinyana of the sport right now. Cape Town City rescued a point in the Premiership last night as they came back from 2 goals down to draw 2-2 with Orlando Pirates in Soweto, while in Durban, Mamelodi Sundowns beat Golden Arrows by 1-0. In other footballing news, Juventus got off to a shaky start in the Champions League last night as they beat Valencia 2-0. In other results, Man United beat Young Boys 3-0, Man City lost to Lyon 2-1, while Real Madrid down Roma 3-0. Moving to other football news, Banyana are in the Women's COSAFA Cup semi-final action today as they face Uganda in Port Elizabeth, and kickoff at the Wilson Stadium is at 3:30. And finally, the Protea Women's ODI match against West Indies yesterday was abandoned due to rain. The third and final ODI of the 3-match series takes place this Friday in Barbados. And that's a roundup of the sport headlines.
Let's take a first look at your traffic for this morning in the Western Cape in Cape Town, Goodwood. Now, there's on the N1 inbound, there's slow-moving traffic between Plattekloof and Canal Walk. Expect delays in that area. Then moving to Pretoria and Silverton, there's a stationary bus that's on Stormfall Road just before Anna Wilson Street. Please approach with caution. That's where I leave your traffic. I'll have another update for you in half an hour.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand. Defy.
Well, thank you for sending through your beautiful sunrise photos. This morning, we want to say thank you to Ndumiso Smith for sending us this beautiful sunrise from Phumula in Johannesburg. Warm conditions can be expected, partial clouding as well, some cloudy conditions reaching a maximum of 29 degrees. But looking at the rest of your temperatures, Polokwane, your minimum for today is 10 degrees, your maximum is 24. Mbombela 10 with a high of 17. Pretoria 11:31, Johannesburg 10:29. Mahikeng 14:33, Klerksdorp 13:32, Kimberley 11 with a high of 24. Bloemfontein 8:24, Richards Bay 13 with a high of 19, and some rain can be expected. Pietermaritzburg, wet conditions, a low of 8, a high of 14. Durban 15:18. Mthatha 6 with a high of 16, East London 10 reaching a high of 17, Cradock's 3:19, Port Elizabeth 9:17, George 6 reaching a high of 15. Sutherland starting off on a cool -2 with a high of 14 for today. Cape Town 8 with a high of 15. If you're in Worcester, your minimum is 0, your maximum 17. Springbok 5 with a high of 21. If you're in Uppington, 10 is your minimum, 24 your maximum. Well, that's where we leave your traffic for now, and your weather. We'll have another update in half an hour.
All right, now the Cape Town Marathon is happening, of course, this weekend, Sunday the 23rd, and most people, I think the idea of running a marathon is already a huge mountain to climb. Now, picture completing the race dressed up in a 6-man sausage dog costume. Yeah, let that idea spin around your mind a little bit. Well, on race day, be sure to look out for the SPCA Top Dog crew, who will be attempting a Guinness World Record for running a marathon in a 6-man costume. And some of the top dogs are with us this morning. Welcome, Ibrahim, Ashraf, and Ayub. Gentlemen, a very good morning. You definitely are packing the gears by attempting this. This is crazy.
Yeah, we certainly are. You know, it's a big event in our life. And yeah, we being 3 of the 6-man team, we will be setting off on Sunday morning in beautiful Cape Town to attempt the Guinness record.
Whose idea was this? You guys look like you're a fun bunch of friends. So I can't even begin to think whose crazy idea this was. But where did it all start?
Well, picture last year when we did the Oceans Half Marathon. Group of friends got together and we said, let's do something slightly different to what the conventional running is all about. So we got together in the garage, got a couple of boxes together, designed it in the form of a bus, and we said, well, join our bus. And we ran the Oceans Half Marathon just about making cutoff.
That's incredible.
And, you know, it was a lot of fun. And then from that, we decided what next can we possibly do. And we then decided, well, let's try and attempt a Guinness World Record.
Oh my, okay, I'm trying this. Wow, this is it right here. Okay, so how long did it take to put this costume together, and even getting into it and coordinating who must stand where to either pull the pace of the team, or how did those dynamics even work?
Okay, well, it took quite a while for us to get this costume. It was made for us in Johannesburg, and Bayan came on board. Bayan Pet came on board and sponsored the costume for us. And what we've done is we've put, as you can see, the shorter guys are in front, so the taller guys can see. So yeah,
practical steps. So wait, when you put on the harness, right? Where does it rest on your body, and how do you run? Do you still have full running capability, or are you holding it here and you're running like this effectively? How does it work?
It rests on your shoulder.
Yeah.
You got the straps around your stomach, basically, in your chest. And it's quite light. I mean, it looks bulky over there, but you've got quite a bit of space inside. So yes, you've got all that movement, so that's what you need, because if you can't move your arms, you're going to struggle, eh?
Yeah.
So we've got all that space. The only problem is there's holes on the side to put your hands through to grab the water, and unfortunately my hands can't reach.
Your hand can't get outside.
We're going to have to rely on other supporters to help us on that one.
You're going to be very thirsty, man. All right, and how many practice runs have you guys had? Are you ready for this big challenge?
Well, we've been training with using a cord
yes.
attached to each other, and we've managed to run, but most of us, we've been working, we've been out of town and stuff, so last week was the first time we all ran as a 6-man team. But to run in the costume, yesterday was the first day we fitted it on, and we had a bit of a run around the car park, but that's about it. So it'll be our very, very first time running in the costume on marathon day, so that makes the challenge even greater. Yes.
That's incredible. How can people help you raise the money that you're looking to raise?
Well, they can go on to giveandgain.com, CTM World Record Attempt, and it is on the website. It's Give and Gain, which is very safe and secure, and we've got a target there, and we'd like them to donate towards our cause, which is the SPCA, which is the official charity of the Cape Town Marathon.
Oh man, fantastic stuff. I'm wishing you all of the best come Sunday, that you do indeed crack that Guinness World Record, get the target that you're aiming for, and that you keep coming up with fun ideas like this, because this is what the Gees is all about. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys out on race day on the 23rd of September, Cape Town Marathon. Check out the 6-man dog sausage that's running for the SPCA. That's just absolutely crazy. It's madness.
Absolutely amazing. Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we need to take a look at what movies are opening up this weekend. JP Sebastian's here, and it's all about the best spy the world has ever known. I can't wait to see that movie, so stay tuned for more.
Looking forward to that. And from movies to music, she's a singer-songwriter hailing from Pretoria, Adele Ngqeto. She's joining us for a performance after the break.
Every day that brave young kids and their families battle cancer, the CHOC Childhood Cancer Foundation supports them. And here at Expresso, we'd love you to help us fund their newest CHOC home in Pretoria. You can donate through SnapScan, Zapper, BackaBuddy or Direct EFT. Go to the Expresso website or tune into Expresso for more details.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
All right. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You know what we do when we flow on top of the dome. That we do local entertainment news. Just drop the mic. That was. I just off the.
That's very good.
Too involved there.
That was cool. What's happening?
Well, let's keep it with music, shall we? Because Gqom Queen, Babes Wodumo, whose real name is Bongikile Similani, is slowly but surely making a name for herself internationally. Now, one of the 24-year-old's international moves this year was getting on Black Panther. I mean, she gave us the soundtrack to Wakanda, the album with a song titled Redemption, and of course, she seems to have grown quite the appetite for
remember
international
that song,
audiences.
I mean, the lyrics.
When he first walks, oh my gosh, I can't even deal. And of course, she's worked with some internationally acclaimed artists in order to appeal to them. Her latest single is even titled Orkant, and of course features famous American DJ Diplo, who is a fan of Babes' music. Babes announced on Twitter yesterday saying, "This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it." Babes captioned a snippet of the song. And of course, she thanked Diplo for making this work. Much love and respect, she says. So I can't wait to see what else she's going to come up with, because clearly she's on the up and up and making global moves, which I love.
Diplo collaborated with Justin Bieber on, what do you mean? What's that song again? With the crazy graphics and, man.
One of them. Not
one of them. I'm just trying to say like that. This is like really major, massive moves.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And we're here for it. So well done, Babes. Keep on doing what you're doing, because clearly
oh my
it's
word,
working.
oh my gosh, oh my word.
It's certainly working.
Oh my word, oh my gosh.
Hey, brilliant stuff,
word.
man. Our South African artist definitely on the up and up, eh?
Yeah, it's good to hear.
Looking good. You're also on the up and up. Good morning.
I feel like I'm on the close and close here. I'm in swinging distance of you, which is kind of nerve-wracking when
It's an interrogation happening right now.
If I give a low score, I know I'm going to get a kick or something.
No stress. I'll be nice. Listen, it is, of course, your Friday Eve. It's Thursday, which means tomorrow a whole host of new movies will be opening at your cinemas. Right now, before we get into chatting with those about those movies with the JP, here's your box office top 5.
The JP. Will the nun become prey? Will the predator need prayer? All will be revealed in your box office top 5. If Jason Bourne had chronic IBS, Mile 22 is already 5th in week 2. Makes Denzel look like a high-fiber regular vengeance machine. The Equalizer 2 is 4th a month in. Go! Get to the chopper! And fly far away from this movie. With a script messier than its Beck, The Predator opens 3rd. Too much horrifying blood and gore? Maybe watch a celibate spook harmlessly grow people for 2 hours, The Nun falls 2nd. And garlic steaks and silver bullets are just no match for cold hard cash and kitty giggles. Hotel Transylvania 3 is back on top.
Hotel Transylvania takes #1 spot, man.
Our kids still have us hostage.
It's cool, man.
It looks cute. I'm just
It
being
looks cool. I love that. All right, anyways, let's move on. This weekend, obviously, some new movies. Dude, what can we expect? The Children Act.
What we can expect is, thus far, September has been, like I said, on Tuesday at least, what the film industry refers to as dump month.
The dump month.
It's not necessarily the best, but at least these next 2 look pretty good.
Okay.
Stars Emma Thompson, who has won 2 Oscars in the past. And she moved me to tears, and it was In the Name of the Father, an incredible movie. And here, again, it's a legal drama, like In the Name of the Father. She is a judge who has to deal with a father to a son who is in hospital. He has leukemia, and he doesn't want to take a blood transfusion for religious reasons. It's not too far-fetched. I've heard this happening before, where people say, you're taking on someone else's sort of like their essence, and you can't mix that in with your body. It destroys the natural order and all that kind of business. And she is trying to hear his end of the deal out, this father who just wants to push the son's motivations. And she says, no, she's got to go listen to the son herself, goes to the hospital, and there develops this relationship with this young boy, trying to figure out what is in your mind that you'd rather almost die than face this transfusion. So it's, as well as being a court drama, it is also a bit of, I suppose, a tearjerker at some level, maybe. Yeah. She's also dealing with, Stanley Tucci is one of the best living, who we all forget and overlook. Who plays her husband in this. So she's got this tumultuous relationship because she's overworked and overstressed, and at the same time she's forming this new one, which is this story about, do you give life a second chance? Does she give her marriage a second chance, etc., etc. So it looks kind of by the numbers in a way, but such great actors.
It looks like a heavy hitter, it really does.
Hopefully for her.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, cool. Moving on, Leave No Trace.
Is another one that I am keen to see. I think this is my favorite one for the week. It's by the director of Winter's Bone. That was the one that Jennifer Lawrence made her start on in a debut. But this one stars Ben Foster, who you're looking at there. And he is the father to a young lady who is taken off the grid. They're not part of any, say, sort of whether public infrastructure or social network system or anything like that, and they live out in the forest in its national park. And they get arrested by the authorities, as you're seeing now, taken into social services, where this father gets interrogated, much like I feel by Ewan at this distance, and asked, "Are you capable of caring for your daughter? Why haven't you provided a shelter? It's not illegal necessarily what you're doing, but on a national park it's illegal, and so that's why they get roped in." And it's this great trek, like, of them trying to get back home. To the forest, where she says, her dad's her home, that's all she needs. But then, interestingly, I suppose, like the previous story where, an adult's at odds with a kid, in this now as well, the daughter realizes, what have you been keeping me from? You're here because of your grief with the world. That's not my grief necessarily. You're an ex-war veteran, you're dealing with stuff, that's not what I'm dealing with. I want to stay here he wants to go back, and it's getting rave reviews. From
Looks
critics.
very cool. And then just quickly touching on Gotti, we spoke about this a little bit earlier on in the week as well. John Travolta is Gotti.
And unfortunately for me, not the cheesiest part of this movie. I was hoping that he'd go OTT, like, you know, when you see Nicolas Cage go cage rage, full cage.
Yeah.
Now Travolta, I was hoping would go. Take it to the 11. But the movie, unfortunately, is just completely boring. Our director of the show, Byron, was just telling us that, telling me that the movie went through like all sorts of changes with the producers, got switched out at the last minute, and the director and whatever. So it was a jumbled mess of who steers the ship. Didn't mean that it's necessarily a mess to watch. It is a bit all over the place, but it's for one of the greatest mobsters, mafia men, a horrible criminal in American history. Yeah. You think that you make something more grand, but it's really strictly boring. It's people sitting in chairs, sitting in cars, talking at length. When you wish that you just see someone.
Just want to see some action happening.
Some gangster stuff in a cliche kind of way, at least.
But it's John Travolta, man. Look at that face. Like, he can pull off a
Is that even his face after? Did you say a lobster? Probably a lobster. Better than a lobster.
My goodness, you are not into this movie. Okay, anyways, so those are some of the movies that you can expect this weekend, but I'm really, really looking forward to see how many popcorns you're going to give Johnny English Strikes Again. Yes, yeah, I enjoyed the first one. I'm trying to judge here by JP's face. I don't know, man, but I love this type of movie, man. I really do. So we'll get JP's lowdown on that movie, Johnny English Strikes Again, a little bit later on.
I'm trying to stay neutral.
All right, we know that we live in a fast-paced world, and so every day at this time we take the moment to get to know our guest artist. And this morning we welcome Adele Nato, ladies and gentlemen, in the studio. Hey, Inumona, where's the applause, guys? Come on. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and a muffin for you, Adele, if you will.
Oh,
I don't know if you're that way inclined, but please feel free to indulge. Listen, we've got 60 seconds. We've got cool questions that we want to ask you. You answer the first thing that comes to your mind. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Start the clock. If you could invite 3 celebrities over for dinner, who would they be?
Yo, that's hard. Living or dead, I can pick, right?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, Nelson Mandela, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks. I can't think of anyone else. It's too alright.
Michael Jackson. I'll put that one in for you.
Thank you.
Favorite South African musician?
Urban Village.
Ooh, bad breath or smelly armpits? What's your pet hate?
Bad breath.
I don't know whether I was supposed to ask you like which one do you prefer, but okay. The most important object you own?
My guitar.
Your favorite way to waste time?
Reading.
No water or no electricity, which one would you rather go?
No electricity.
What's your ultimate feel-good song?
Yo, this is hard, guys. Ooh, something by Florence and the Machine.
Your favorite day of the week?
Friday.
The last song you downloaded?
It's by a dude called Francis and the Lights.
Okay, that was 9 questions, but that was one of the toughest ones we've done, so well done to you. Yeah. But listen, it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Especially welcoming the blood sister,
yes,
if I may,
yeah.
because you've joined the ranks of the Blood Brothers in the fight against cancer and the wonderful work that they do. What motivated you to join the Blood Brothers and thus assume the position of blood sister?
It was kind of just what they were doing with raising awareness, and also the lineup, which is it's a lineup that I would never. It's such a cool space to get to collaborate with all of these artists in one space. So yeah, that was.
And you've been getting around as well, I'm sure, collaborating with all kinds of other artists on stage and being able to form connections. You've recently as August, returned from a tour in Europe, and you touched down Berlin, Amsterdam, Paris, some of the coolest places out there to perform, I'm sure, for anybody. Take me through some of the highlights of your tour. I'm sure there were many.
Oh yeah, there were tons. I think most of it was actually getting to travel with some of my bandmates. I've usually done this kind of stuff alone. So getting to go with them and sharing all of those weird things that happen on tour has been, definitely the best.
But okay, you say weird things that happen on tour, fine, we'll leave it on the sides, no, not more details. But is it as glamorous as people picture it to be? Are you staying in 5-star hotels, drinking champagne before and after performances? What's it like?
No, I mean, for an example, I got sick on the first week and lost my voice. And it was very much us organizing everything and us sourcing everything when we got there. We had to find a drum kit for my drummer, so it was all hectic.
Wait, what do you
no
do then?
glamour.
You lose your voice, but then you still got shows to go. What do you do
know.
then?
It was actually quite beautiful. We ended up playing an instrumental set and had another friend stand in for me for a couple of songs. So it was really
That's
beautiful.
brilliant.
Yeah.
But I'm sure those that did get to see you live absolutely loved you, and they can't wait to have you back in Europe. We're glad to have you on our Feel Good Breakfast show, and can't wait for the music a little bit later on. Ladies and gentlemen, Adele Nato on our Feel Good Breakfast show! Yay! Yay! We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Only you can make my day.
We're setting up for the first song. Yeah, first song. Okay, where's my saxophone? Well, guys, so let's do a quick run through again before we go into the performance.
Cool. How are you feeling? Yeah,
Good.
Okay.
Last one.
Let's have fun.
Cool, let's go.
Ooh, that's loud.
Call comes in, collective got a new edition that's just in. Call comes in, collective got a new edition that's just in. Your trading lives, they get no recognition. Call comes in, collective got a new edition that's just in. Call comes in.
Yes. Thank you.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
All right, welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Thursday morning, and we're about to set you straight if you haven't started your day the right kind of way. Adele Nato about to perform a song called Collector's Edition.
Call comes in, collective got a new edition that's just in. Call comes in, collective got a new edition that's just in. Your trading lives, they get no recognition. You're selling shares of us again without our permission. Smooth acquisition of our beauty color, you're looting. Give out a culture like it's a commodity. Call comes in, collective got a new edition that's just in. Call comes in, collective got a new edition that's just in. Your trading lives, they get no recognition. Trade them up without a fear, with peculiar precision. You know what they want to hear. Talk it up straight to their ears. Call it freedom, access the economy. Call comes in, collective got a new edition that's just in. Call comes in, collective got a new edition that's just in. Your trading lives, they get no recognition. Oh, do you see them when you dream, walking out from underneath your piles of equipment?
goodness. Wow. What a way to wake up on a Thursday morning. That was something special. My word. Tell me about that song.
Yeah, so I wrote it just thinking about the way that sometimes we take things that aren't ours in terms of culture and the way people live, and we kind of try to make money out of it. So it's a bit of a serious one, but yes.
Still a very beautiful melody to listen to, and like I said, what a way to wake up. Magical stuff. Wow. I just want to touch a little bit of that magic. Amazing. I hope that you enjoyed it all the same. Also on our social media pages, link up with us and tell us what you thought about that performance by Adele Nqeta. We'll have more from her a little bit later on. Wow. Wow. Thank you, ladies.
In the national news this morning, 6 members of a suspected rhino horn trafficking syndicate that allegedly ran its own intelligence operation with at least 2 police officers in its ranks have been arrested in Mpumalanga, the Hawk said yesterday. Now, it is alleged that the syndicate operated with almost military precision around the Kruger National Park, as well as on private game farms and state-owned reserves in KZN and Gauteng. Hawk spokesperson Brigadier Hangwani Monaotsi says that syndicate members allegedly ran poaching groups with the support of corrupt police officials as well as staff from the private game farms. Geologists and paleontologists from Witwatersrand, Birmingham and Oxford universities have confirmed a massive discovery of different species of dinosaur fossils in the Temera village outside the small town of Sterkspruit in the Eastern Cape. The discovery has attracted international attention as it is believed to be the most historic dinosaur fossils discovery ever seen. Paleontologists say the discovery of so many dinosaur fossils in one place is the first of its kind in the world. Local villagers believe UNESCO should consider declaring the dino fossil bed a heritage site. Now moving further abroad, Lesotho's Attorney General has filed court papers accusing suspended Chief Justice Ntomeng Majara of inciting violence and threatening peace and stability in the Mountain Kingdom. She was suspended by the king last week on advice of Prime Minister Tom Tabane. However, Majara's lawyers wrote a letter saying that she would ignore her suspension and resume her duties. Earlier, she was asked to show cause why she should not be suspended and impeached over several misconduct allegations, which include her alleged failure to preside over cases for some 2 years. And then finally, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has agreed to shut one of the country's main missile testing and launch sites. He signed a pledge to permanently close the Tongchang-ri facility after talks in Pyongyang with his South Korean counterpart Moon Jae-in. China has welcomed this development, saying both sides had found new and important common ground. The main focus of the summit meeting was the issue of denuclearization. While the US and North Korea agreed in broad terms earlier this year to work towards that goal, negotiations have since stalled. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Here's another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Kat.
Well, the latest sporting news, Cape Town City rescued a point in the Premiership last night as they came back from 2 goals down to see out a 2-2 draw with Orlando Pirates in Soweto. By the 16th minute, Pirates were 2-0 up ahead against City, but City's Ayanda Patosi put in a man-of-the-match performance as his second-half brace brought City level. In last night's other match, Mamelodi Sundowns beat Golden Arrows by 1-0 in Durban. Moving on to other football news, Juventus got off to a shaky start in the Champions League last night as they beat Valencia by 2-0. Now, the old lady went down to 10 men in the 29th minute as Cristiano Ronaldo was shown a straight red for an off-the-ball incident, but Juve bounced back as Miralem Pjanic converted 2 penalties. In other results, Man United beat Young Boys 3-0, Man City lost to Lyon 2-1, while Real Madrid downed Roma 3-0. Now, Banyana are in Women's COSAFA Cup semi-final action today as they face off with Uganda in Port Elizabeth. South Africa booked their place in the last 4 with a first-place finish in Group A after victories over Malawi, Botswana and Madagascar. Banyana's match kicks off at the Wilson Stadium at 3:30 with the first semi-final between Zambia and Cameroon set to start at 1 p.m. And finally, the Proteas women's ODI match series against West Indies, or the match yesterday, was abandoned due to rain after the West Indies won the toss and asked to bowl first. South Africa finished their innings on 177 for 8 when the rain came down. The third and final ODI of the 3-match series takes place this Friday in Barbados, with the Proteas holding a 1-0 series lead. And that's a roundup of the sporting headlines.
Right, just after 7 o'clock, let's quickly take another look as to what is happening out on the roads in Gauteng, Bedford View. On the N3 southbound, there's a stationary truck. It has lost its load, and that's after Galuli's interchange, causing the left lane to be blocked. Please approach that area with caution. It is causing some delays. And then staying in Gauteng, in Midrand, there's been a multi-vehicle accident, and that's on the N1 southbound before the Baklu interchange, causing heavy delays as well. Just please keep a lookout for that and plan your route accordingly this morning. If you're still heading out on the roads, please drive with care and reach your destination safely.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand. Defy.
Well, as we get into your weather and your temperatures for your Thursday, we've asked you to send in your pictures showing us what it looks like in your part of the world, maybe a beautiful sunrise picture. And Carl Hollenby sent us this beautiful picture from Uvongo Beach in KwaZulu-Natal. Thank you very much, Carl. You can expect cool conditions with us, with some morning showers as well, reaching a maximum of 17 degrees. It looks stunning. Always beautiful sunrises on that part of the world. Continue seeing those pictures. We'd love to share them with you right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Take them and upload them to our Expresso Morning Show SABC 3 Facebook page. With regards to your temperatures going into your Thursday, Polokwane starting off on 10 minimum, reaching a high of 24 degrees. Mbombela 10 and a high of 17. Pretoria 11:31. Johannesburg 10 and a high of 29. Mahikeng 14:33. Klerksdorp 13:32. Kimberley, excuse me, 11:24. Bloemfontein 8 and a high of 24. Richards Bay 13 and a maximum of 19 with rain expected. Some rain for Pietermaritzburg forecast as well. 8 minimum, your maximum 14. Durban 15 and a high of 18. Mthatha 16. East London starting off on 10, reaching a high of 17 degrees. Cradock 19. Port Elizabeth 9 and a high of 17. George 6 and a high of 15. Sutherland -2 and a high of 14 degrees. Cape Town 8:15. Worcester around 0 this morning, reaching a high of 17. Springbok 5 and your maximum 21. And Uppington starting off on 10 minimum, reaching a mild maximum of 24 degrees. And that's a wrap of your traffic and your weather and temperatures for the 7 o'clock bulletin. I'm back in half an hour's time with an update on both your traffic and your weather.
Well, it is Throwback Thursday, and we're connecting with you on social media, asking you, we're throwing it back to your favorite content on Expresso Show. Why don't you let us know what it has been? Just to put some context to this picture, that was the day the mentalist Larry Soffer was in studio, and he did a little bit of a mind trick with myself and Ewan, and Kat is standing there looking amazed. So that's what happened in this picture, but we want to hear from you. What is your favorite things from Expresso? Tepsa says, good morning, I love the sports. Nay says, Friday dances, love it. I think a lot of people are loving the Friday dances. Lindiwe says, morning recipes, fashion, music, and my favorite presenters. Thank you so much for that, Lindiwe. But you can head on over to Twitter, let us know what's your favorite moments from the show for Throwback Thursday, and use that hashtag Expresso Show.
Oh, well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Kat, the world's greatest spy strikes again. I'm speaking about none other than Johnny English.
Oh, yeah, Johnny English, of course, yes. And then, yes, when we come back, we also show you how to make the American treat, Pop-tarts. They become very popular in South Africa. So Pop-tarts in a toaster. There you see them ready to be toasted. But in the meantime, I'll indulge in a muffin. Says Princess, the chocolate muffin looks so right now. Irright, irready, irrelevant. And and it's even, it's hot to the touch. Hello, thank you, Mrs. Princess. Jackie, bite.
I would love your muffin, yes, thanks.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
Catch Winner Home this Thursday as the design duos go head-to-head in their first design challenge. Watch the drama unfold as Team R&K, Team Contrast Control and the Perma Peeps go all out in a bid to impress the judges.
Those girls, the sass.
Unbelievable. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
Unacceptable. Now we have to fight for it.
Plus, stand in line to win amazing weekly prizes and your chance of winning the grand prize, your very own dream home. That's Winner Home Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours. Winner Home, proudly brought to you by Capitec and Private Property. Grand prize luxury penthouse apartment by Bowen Properties.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Thursday morning live, large and in charge on your feel-good breakfast show. Now, no matter how good your table manners, if you land up on the wrong side of the law, that won't really help you much. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, take a quick look at this.
The lamb needs more rosemary.
Something sweet, huh?
Very, very nice, ma'am.
You are such an inspiration.
Table manners is brilliant.
You are a sensation.
Megan, we have to go.
What's going on?
I made a few mistakes on the business taxes and maybe ours as well. If we don't leave right now, we're going to jail.
Maybe we shouldn't do this. People make mistakes and they will understand. You can't take everything. We can't live in an empty house.
So that's Table Manners, which explores the best of life's three courses, family, friends, and food, and follows a family blending all three to remember why they love each other. It stars Dion Lawrenson and Niels van Jaarsveld, and the film's directed by Leli Maki and written by Nkulis Beko. And they both join us this morning ahead of the film's opening on Friday, the 28th of September, a date that I'm sure both of you are so looking forward to. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Hi.
And congratulations!
Thank you.
The completion of every project like this must be a milestone in each of your lives.
Yeah, it is very exciting. We look forward to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about the idea of the plot of the movie,
Okay.
bringing together these three elements of family, friends, and food, and how did this fuel the relationship and the story that we see unfolding on the screen?
That is a very complex question.
Well, let's unpack it one dish at a time. It's all in one.
Well, I love to eat. I don't maintain this figure by not eating. I love me some food. And I really enjoy my family, and I love to feed people, and I love to express myself, not only in my writing, but also in what I give you. So if it's a great day, you might get really fancy steak. If it's a bad day, you're getting un poco de mas. That's what you're getting.
Yeah.
That's pretty delicious, un poco.
I was about to say,
don't put it out there. That's actually pretty delicious. I don't know what she's talking about.
But the story came from me dealing with the change in my life, and dealing with the end of my marriage, and restructuring my family, and deciding how we were going to be, who was I going to be, how are we going to live, how are we going to eat, how do we love each other now that there's only the three of us and it's not a family unit of four anymore.
Sure.
So that's pretty much where that was born from, the pain.
and then you then have to take that responsibility of taking that story and the inspiration and putting it on film and helping it to translate. How challenging was that?
I mean, what's good about it, we're a great team. We do all of our creativity within us, with them together. So what we always do is that we always look at stories and we actually are able to try bring out the best in it. So a big part of it was taking away some of the anger and stripping it down. Because there are no good or bad characters in life. It's literally as people make decisions, they make mistakes, and that's what sort of keeps us driving them.
Sure.
And also it's talking about how food is such a unifier. I mean, it's a biological activity that you have to do to eat. But what we've done is we've given a reverence of love, of how you show love, of how you care, of how you express emotion. And for us, it was combining the two into a narrative which rocks.
So what emotion does Mpoko Konamasi represent?
Mama.
I
have nothing else to say beyond that.
You had it nailed down. Really got to congratulate you. You recently made history at the Silver Scarum Fees as the first black filmmaker feature at the festival itself. Congratulations on that. Is that a milestone for you that you celebrate?
Not really. Because, sorry?
I was going to say that we know for sure we're an official selection. So that for sure is that as well. And then we were the only English Afrikaans film there. No, English film, full English film directed by black producers for that as well. I'm not sure for the first. I don't want Silver Scarum and Emnet to call us out. I'm not sure, but there was a big part.
Yeah, and obviously something that inspires you going forward.
For me, it just says when a film, because this festival is there to celebrate Afrikaans filmmaking, and when they open their doors to English films and to us, it just says that our country is further along than we think it is, than the news says it is, and that we are human first, and that we share that experience first, before language, before colour, before culture.
It's human first. And with the film having debuted at the Durban International Film Festival, and you've also been to the Pan-African Film Festival in LA, what's the reception been like? What are people saying after watching the film?
I'm hungry.
Let's go eat.
I'm hungry.
I think the reads for us are very important. I mean, for us, it's about can we produce consistently good quality work?
Yeah.
But more than that, just make the pictures pretty. We want South Africans to feel something. Yeah. We don't want to put it into a box and try to genreify it as well. It's a movie that takes you on a journey. Yeah. You will laugh, you will cry, but more than that, you'll walk out of the film having experienced the journey. You will walk out hungry. And that for us was super duper important. Yeah. So thank you for the love, Durban. Thank you for the love, Silver Scarab. It's been amazing.
Yeah. Take me behind the scenes. What are some of the funny moments that happen, especially from your point of view, because you get to observe while it all is happening?
But I think my favorite was every time we had a food scene, because I would like watch the chef putting it together, and then I'd watch the filming, and I'd be like, "That looks delicious," and and they'd yell cut, and I'd go, "Oh, I'm gonna go on set." But by the time I got there, it was gone, and I just like, where did the food magically go?
You should have called. You should have called privilege, right? It's privilege. Like, you don't touch it before I get there.
It's like, where's the food gone? And the crew's like, no.
Crew's is like,
it's gone. A literal chicken bone sticking out of the mouth.
Guys, congratulations. Looking forward to the 28th of September. Very important date there. And later on, we'll be joined by the film's lead actress, Dion Lawrenson, later on in the show. But make sure that you catch the heartwarming comedy drama film that is Table Manners as it opens nationwide across select commercial and independent cinemas next Friday, the 28th of September. And of course, you can head on over to Twitter and follow @TableManners_18 for more information. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant stuff. I think it's going to be an awesome movie, JP, man. I can't wait for that. Go out there, support your local cinemas. They are phenomenal. Right, JP.
Yes.
Johnny English strikes again, man. I put on my best colored socks for this movie because I'm excited, dude.
So that for when you give me the high kick,
just for when I give you the high kick, at least it looks good.
I've got Chewbacca on my socks, by the way, and
oh,
he's made up to look like Tupac.
You are such a geek. You are such a geek. Put it away,
no
JP.
use to anyone in South Africa.
Put it away.
So I'll continue.
Johnny English strikes again, so he's back in his suit and he's taking on missions.
Yes, and squatting, as you can see.
That's the worst squat form I've ever seen, but good. It's Johnny. We don't care.
He's supposed to, for those who don't know, he's the spy who no one wanted to pick for the team. And what happens at the start of this movie is that all of MI6's spies are outed by a hacker. They find that all their identities are made known. And so they have to rely on, well, who used to have working for them. So they go to this retired guy, Johnny English, who's working as a geography teacher. This is the third one in the series. I know, I'm going to get scooped in the back for hating this movie.
Careful now, yeah.
So this would be the third one, and he makes a return here because he's from the old school. He doesn't do things where he's like on social media, doesn't have a smartphone where he can be traced.
Yeah.
Because this hacker's totally sophisticated and hunting him down. So you've got the story being that Emma Thompson, who is also in the Children Act, which I spoke about earlier, plays this sort of Theresa May type helpless character, I suppose, at this point. And she has to haggle between this Silicon Valley type guy who's promising to save Britain because it's been hacked constantly, but is he secretly the bad guy? I don't know. You'll find out for yourselves.
I just love, what I love about Johnny English is the fact that, you know, it's Rowan Atkinson, and obviously we love him, we love his facial expressions.
Mr. Bean, of course.
Mr. Bean, yeah, but I love how serious he carries himself, but it just falls flat so badly, and that is what I love.
Yeah, which obviously is like an English tradition, not taking yourself completely seriously. And when stuff hits the fan, like in the worst way, you just go, oh dear. Like,
oh dear.
Like we'll send this to HQ or something. But, so I'm going to be the stick in the mud here and say that I just mentioned Mr. Bean, and what Rowan Atkinson can't resist doing is for about 40% of this movie just beaning hard, and must say, been there, done that. So what upsets me, I don't have a problem with slapstick comedy. Yeah. We grew up watching whether it was Mel Brooks, Buster Keaton, other slapstick comedies that I can't think of offhand right now. Dinner for One, or whatever. And what I like about that is the reward you get when you can see a setup coming. The character goes to do A over there, goes to do D over there, and he's going to come back to D, but in between he does B, C as well. And then by the end of the scene, the joke is that as a chain reaction, stuff went bad, and the physical humor plays out there. But this is just like, well, you can see this dude dancing like an idiot kind of thing. And if that makes you laugh, that's fine. But I'll promise you that if you go to a website called youtube.com and type in dancing dads. For free, you can laugh as much as you laugh at this.
Don't do that.
But people want to
Don't
throw their
do
money
that.
at the third in the series of the same thing.
I don't care at this stage what you're saying because I think you've got a lot of haters out there now because it is Rowan Atkinson. Popcorns, dude, that's all popcorns.
4 out of 10. No, go away.
4
They
out of
name it
10.
Strikes Again, so you won't realize that it's like the third in the series and that it's the same thing over and over. And like I said, if you were doing physical comedy and if it had this clever setup where it was a comedy machine and you could see all the pieces coming together so that, like you said, you can see them fall flat in the most dramatic fashion, then that's a rewarding laugh you get. But this is just like physical, hey, do you want to download fart sounds on your cell phone?
I'm going to whip out my coloured sock right now and kick you, man, brother. Don't do that. Don't do that. Anyways, 4 out of 10, all right. Well, if you're going to go watch it, let us know what you thought about Johnny English Strikes Again. It opens the cinemas
Boo,
this weekend.
JP.
Aye.
Go watch it. You know you want to.
Oh, listen, time for us to now spend some time in the kitchen. And when it comes to snack time, I feel like toast is often that go-to snack in many people's homes with either a sweet or a savory topping or some spreads on it. But what might surprise you is that the humble toaster is actually a lot more versatile than you might think. Now, the last time we showed you just how easy it was to heat up and prepare the decadent treat of waffles. And today we have another sweet treat to showcase. It is our latest find on the shop shelves. It is the famous American snack, the Pop-tart.
I know.
Yes.
I love the Pop-tart. For those lazy afternoons when you're looking to indulge your sweet tooth, we have got the answer. I remember the first time I heard about Pop-tarts was on Toy Story. Remember with Sid, that really evil kid, and his mom kind of screams from downstairs, "Yo, Sid, your Pop-tarts are ready." I'm like, what are Pop-tarts? Now we know.
Now we know. Yes, it's very big in America. A few stores stock it in South Africa, and it's fun. Like, as you can see, this is how it will come out of the packaging. It's 2 thin layers of like crust, and inside is a sweet treat. So you often go for like strawberries or cherries or a different like jam variant. But what's great is you can pop it in the toaster, heat it up, and this one has a frosting cover that really, it won't melt in the toaster. So it's really a quick, fun and easy way to zhuzh up a little snack.
And what we love is for this task today, we're using the Defy Saturn 4-slice toaster. It's great for doing the job. It's got extra wide slots, self-adjusting guides, variable browning control, and of course it's got a defrost function, a reheat function, and a cancel function, along with a slide-out crumb tray. Yes! And it'll handle these babies with 1,700 watts of prowess, and of course look good while doing it with its high-quality stainless steel finish, which we absolutely love. So our Pop-tarts
I've popped them in. I put it on a lower heat on a number 3, so we're just going to monitor them. But what's great is there's the reheat function, there's the defrost function, and the cancel function. So if we feel like our Pop-tarts are ready, we can just pop out the cancel, and our Pop-tarts will pop out, and then you can. It's going to pop out. It's
exactly. We've got some ice cream there. We've got some strawberries. And you can basically do anything that you want to do with them. Zhuzh them up or just have them straight out of the bag.
Yeah, so I'm going to cancel it just because I'm a little impatient, but you will let it toast a little bit more.
Exactly.
They can be a little bit hot, so just be careful, but we didn't toast them all the way, so they'll be fine. So we're just going to stack them around. Of course, you can break them up just to show you what it looks like on the inside. So it's a nice, soft, chewy texture. There we go. I'm going to break another one.
Nice.
And then we just finish it off with some ice cream and strawberries. And this is really
this is perfect. And there you go. Ta-da! Our Pop-tarts are ready. And of course, while we let them cool down and let the ice cream just do its job, you could add a scoop of ice cream, like we said, or any other toppings. Just like that, you have the quickest and easiest midweek dessert imaginable for a tea time treat that will wow your guests. No mess. No fuss, thanks, Defy. Well done, Zoe.
Man, oh man, that looks absolutely delicious. But listen, we're going to be jumping into the kitchen a little bit later on this morning. We've got a real treat for you, especially if you're thinking about Heritage Day, if you're thinking about brine, grilled tandoori chicken. Don't miss that recipe.
And if you haven't marked it off on your calendars yet, do so now. Friday the 28th of September, the release of Table Manners. Lead actress Dion Lawrenson joins us to talk about that day. And of course, her experience on the set of the movie. Stay tuned.
Molweni, South Africa, Heritage Day is upon us, and your feel-good breakfast show will be bringing you the best in educational and cultural entertainment as we host isiXhosa language radio station Umhlobo Wenene. TV meets radio to celebrate our diverse cultural landscape, as well as learn more about the heritage of Tata Nelson Mandela in a centenary year. Catch EPEE Breakfast Show on Expresso on Monday the 24th of September, Heritage Day, 6 to 9 a.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Thursday morning. Earlier on, we sat down with the director and the writer of the latest, one of the latest South African films, Table Manners, which debuts on Friday, the 28th of September, nationwide. You've got to go and see it. And right now, we're joined by lead actress Dion Lawrenson to share more about the film. Just give a moment for our shoes first. I feel very stylishly associated with you now that we've got these on. Look at that. Bling, bling, bling.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
And congratulations on the completion, as I said to Nkulin on the completion of yet another successful project, Table Manners. Tell me about...
Table Manners.
Table Manners. This is you as Megan. Tell me about the role that you play and who exactly is Megan in this film?
Megan is a very structured and organized mum of one with a perfect life and a perfect family and the perfect husband. And then the rug kind of gets pulled out from under her when her husband makes a little mistake with SARS.
Okay, okay, all right. I see you're just trying to give it a bit of a sprinkling, not giving too much away.
I don't like to paint him as the bad guy because Niels van Jaarsveld plays
He can never be the bad guy.
He can, hey, but he's not the bad guy. This is what's beautiful about the film, is it's a slice of life. So anyway, he gets into trouble with the law.
Yes.
And she kind of has to find her life again.
Yeah. What was it like working alongside this guy? He looks like one of the most the most fun people to work alongside.
It was lovely.
Yeah?
It was lovely, yeah. It was fun. And he's very committed and gives a lot of space and allows for magic to happen. So it was great, yeah.
When you look at the character and the character's evolution throughout the story, tying it together with the themes of, like we said, friends, there's food, there's love there. Did you find similarities in your own life that you could relate to that helped you play the character better and portray it better?
Yeah, I think there are lots of themes that people can relate to, especially women today who get lost in life. You know, I think it happens a lot where we put our children, our career, our husbands, everything first, and we kind of lose contact with who we are.
Yeah.
And that journey back to yourself, back to what matters to you, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. I can definitely relate to that. I'm a mom of two, and I have a career, and I'm busy, and sometimes we are last on the to-do list. And then when you get into a situation, you kind of don't know who that is, and I relate.
Looking at some of the shots here, there's just beautiful shots of beautiful food everywhere. You just want to eat. I can now understand why you feel hungry afterwards. So it must have certainly helped the fact that you're such an amazing cook.
Yes, yes.
Are you an amazing cook?
No, I'm terrible.
I was about to say, like, whoa.
No, I'm not terrible. My husband bullied me out of the kitchen when we started dating because he's an amazing chef.
Yeah?
So I just gave the kitchen to him and I stopped cooking.
Yeah, but as playing this role and being in this position kind of changed your viewpoint of the kitchen and how you...
No, I love food.
You still love food?
Yes, I love eating it.
Yeah, okay, just not great at making it.
They even had to get a hand double for me.
You're kidding?
I'm not lying.
Wait, so what did the hand double have to do that you couldn't do?
They had to chop.
Okay, so we need to get you into the kitchen this morning.
No, you don't, at all. At all. No, really. There's a certain way that people who are comfortable with food handle it and cut it and chop it. So the white shot's all me, maneuvering the knife.
But yeah, they had to.
I'm going to be looking out for those close-up shots because I can see your hands up close now and I see what they look like. But what is it that you feel people should take away from the movie after having watched it?
There are lots of things. I think one of the most important things about the movie for me is knowing who you are in life and being able to journey with that. The movie has a beautiful message of family and unity and how we all come together with food. Yeah. And I think it's such a beautiful crossover in South Africa. Like, my granny's, sweet carrots taste like this one's, we come together over food, and it crosses all cultural barriers and boundaries that we've created. Yeah. And I think everyone is going to relate to the themes of food and love and family and journeying out of a dark space into light.
Yeah, well, sounds like a fantastic film that I hope a lot of people out there will go out there and see. Thank you for joining us. Cool. And of course, remember that date, the 28th of September. It's a Friday. That's the nationwide release of Table Manners. And you can also follow them on social media at tablemanners_18 for more information. Thanks so much.
Cool.
In the national news, 6 members of a suspected rhino horn trafficking syndicate that allegedly ran its own intelligence operation with at least 2 police officers in its ranks have been arrested in Mpumalanga, the Hawks announced yesterday. Geologists and paleontologists from Witwatersrand, Birmingham and Oxford universities have confirmed a massive discovery of different species of dinosaur fossils in the Temera village outside the small town of Sterkspruit in the Eastern Cape. Internationally, the Lesotho's Attorney General has filed court papers accusing suspended Chief Justice Ntomeng Majara of inciting violence and threatening peace and stability in the Mountain Kingdom. She was suspended by the king last week. And then finally, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has agreed to shut one of the country's main missile testing and launch sites, this after talks in Pyongyang with his South Korean counterpart Moon Jae-in. Well, that was your 7:30 news update. I'll have a full bulletin for you at the top of the hour.
And here's a quick look at the scoreboards this morning. Cape Town City rescued a point in the Premiership last night as they came back from 2 goals down to draw 2-2 with Orlando Pirates in Soweto. While in Durban, Mamelodi Sundowns beat Golden Arrows by 1-0. Moving over to Europe, Juventus got off to a stumbling winning start in the Champions League last night as they beat Valencia 2-0. In other results, Man United beat Young Boys 3-0, Man City lost to Lyon 2-1, while Real Madrid downed Roma 3-0. On the international side, Banyana Banyana are in Women's COSAFA Cup semi-final action today as they face Uganda in Port Elizabeth. Kickoff at the Wolfson Stadium is at 3:30. And finally, the Proteas women's ODI match against the West Indies yesterday was abandoned due to rain. And the third and final ODI of the 3-match series takes place this Friday in Barbados. And that's a roundup of the sporting headlines.
Well, let's take another look at the roads. We start off in Gauteng and Midrand. There's been an accident on the N1 southbound. It's after Gordon Road. 3 lanes are currently blocked, so please find an alternative route and allow for some extra travel time. Then in Cape Town and Pardon Island, there's also been an accident between Marine Drive and Neptune Street. 1 lane heading towards Milnerton is obstructed. Please approach with caution. That's where we leave your traffic. Let's jump straight into your weather. And thank you for the beautiful sunrise photos coming through. We want to say thank you this morning to Asanda Yonga, who sent us this beautiful orange skyline from Zitulele in the west coast. Asanda, you can also expect some cool conditions today and partially cloudy conditions, reaching a maximum of 16 degrees. But on that note, let's take a look at the rest of the temperatures. Starting off in Polokwane, your minimum for today is 10, your maximum 24. Mbombela 10, 17. Pretoria 11, 31. Johannesburg 10 with a high of 29. Mahikeng 14, 33. Klerksdorp 13, 32. Kimberley 11 with a high of 24. Bloemfontein 8, 24. Richards Bay 13 with a high of 19 and some rain can be expected. Pietermaritzburg 8 with a high of 14. Durban 15, 18. Mthatha 6 with a high of 16. If you're in East London today, partly cloudy, 10 with a high of 17. Cradock's 3 reaching a high of 19. Port Elizabeth, 9 is your minimum, 17 your maximum. George, 6 reaching a cool of 15. If you're in Sutherland today, -2 is your minimum, 14 your maximum. Cape Town, 8 with a high of 15. If you're in Worcester today, 0 is your start of the day, 17 your maximum. Springbok, 5 with a high of 21. And if you're in Uppington, partly cloudy conditions can be expected, a low of 10 and a high of 24 degrees Celsius. That's where we leave your weather for now. A final update will be coming your way at 8 o'clock.
Right, so it's a beautiful day in the mother city. The sun is out. We have a gorgeous guest in studio as well, Dion Lawrenson. Of course, she stars in Table Manners that opens next week Friday,
Yes.
right? And we can't wait for that. We can't wait for that. But of course, Heritage Day lies between then and now. Of course, we're also trying to help people out there to explore different ways of going about their braais, because it's all about braaiing. It's all about flavors and spices, and that is what we're doing this morning: a grilled chicken tandoori.
Okay.
And I've heard rumors floating around, Dion, that you are like a master chef.
Who told you that?
You're a master chef, so you're supposed to show me what to do.
No, I don't think I've
No,
ever
just like
bride. Yeah.
Really? You've never bride?
I've maybe bride like a bought.
Okay, well. Well, if you can braai borschi, it's okay. But that's good. So you don't really cook. She said her husband cooks at home, and you now and then make something, and that really surprised the family.
Yeah. Well, my kids are like, "Did you make this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "This is amazing."
Is it one of 2 dishes?
Yeah, well, no. I've learned a few things, but I mean, I always say I was bullied out of the kitchen, so I prefer to like, I chop sometimes.
Oh, good.
I clean a lot.
All right,
yes,
that's very, very valuable.
Dishes, yeah.
Listen, we're going to get into, I'm going to show you something that you can add to your braai repertoire.
Great.
Right? Your little braai book, if you have one. Maybe it's going to be the first recipe in there.
I think so, besides the vort.
Yeah, so first step, you need to know we're using our Be Well canola garlic flavored oil, right? It's going to put a nice little flavor to the entire dish.
You've lost me already, but okay.
Oh, no, don't. Come on, try. Stick with me, Dion. Stick with me. All right. So firstly, we got just some plain yogurt. All right, we're going to make a marinade for the chicken. You can take it. You can take it. Put it in the bowl.
Okay, with this?
Yes, with that. That's fine. All right. So now we say we're going to make a grilled tandoori. All right. So while we do it, we've got a finished one over here. I just want to get these on the grill. So we just want to get that nice little. So this is how you do it, right? You put it on the grill, and then you should hear a bit of a sizzle going as well.
Right.
All right. Hang on. There we go. Bam. So we'll just put it like
good.
there. That's it, and a little bit of extra. You make sure don't waste any of it.
No. Yes. All of it.
So we'll keep that there. Now for the spices. Now we got a lot of spices in here. Look how beautiful that looks.
Beautiful.
So we've got garam masala, we've got roasted masala, we've got chili powder, there's paprika, there's garlic powder, there's even a bit of nutmeg.
Sounds fantastic.
Everything in there. Alles.
Alles. Cool.
Perfect. Give it a good mix.
Mix.
And whilst you're busy with that, some garlic. Are you taking note, Dion? Are you taking notes?
Not really.
Please take notes. I want you to tweet me a picture when you make this for Braai Day.
Will you WhatsApp it to me?
No, you should WhatsApp it to me. I'm going to do a squeeze of lime, just like that. See, I'm helping you out because basically all you're doing is mixing.
Oh, sure.
Ach, is jammer, man. Don't worry, it's just some lime. All right? There we have it. So look at that. Look, it looks exactly the same as this one was. It's brilliant.
Super simple,
That's
easy.
it. And then what I'm going to do, we're going to use our tongs just to get that. It's bang for course, yeah. It's bang for course.
Just scared you're going to get it on my...
Don't worry. Okay, now you have to mix that.
Okay.
Get it through. Now you let that marinate. So you can let it marinate overnight in the fridge, but I would say for about 4 hours.
Okay.
Okay. So what was the first ingredient we put in
4
there?
hours.
No, the first ingredient we put into the bowl. What was it?
Just yogurt.
Yes, well done. Put it there.
Yes.
You're amazing.
And
then we
masalas and garlic and lemon and all sorts of spices, which you're going to WhatsApp to me.
You know, that is amazing.
I know.
So there we have it. And then obviously, whilst we have, like I said, our Be Well canola oil, which is the garlic flavored variant. Just a touch. It's going to add a nice little flavor in there. Just a touch. It was a touch.
I saw.
Yes. You like that. So, and there you have it. And that is it. Dion, that's it.
It's simple.
And then you braai it, because let me see if I just turn these guys very quickly. You can see they're getting a nice little char and a colour already. You like chicken breast?
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks good.
It's very nice.
And
yeah,
then you
have
serve it. And you
Mhm.
can serve it with some naans, some rotis, some extra yogurt, a nice little fresh salad, just like that.
Lovely.
But if you're really unsure, I'll tell you what, SMS the keyword Be Well to
okay.
33728. That's Be Well to 33728. You'll get the ingredients list and a link to the actual recipe. Or you can also go onto our website, expressoshow.com, and go
I'll do
check it
that.
out.
Yes.
Please,
I'll
WhatsApp me a
buy
picture.
for my family.
Yes.
I'll try.
You know what?
I'll
They're
try
going to
and
love
buy.
you. They're going to upskill in your life as
Totally.
well. We want that. Dion,
Yes.
thank you very much for hanging out with us this morning.
Cool,
She's
thank
brilliant.
you.
Make sure you catch Table Manners. That's next week Friday. What is it? The 28th. The 28th,
Yes.
next week Friday. Make sure you go out and support local stars like this one because she is just phenomenal.
The brilliant chef.
I think so.
Talking about Bruno Mars.
Yeah, I think, are there Pop-tarts in the lyrics?
There's something about pop pop.
It's showtime. You were saying? Sing it?
24 Karat Magic, that
Yeah,
one.
and then how does it go?
No, you're not going to make me fall for that.
Cat,
you're not going to make me fall for that, but we're going to take a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we get back, we are talking all things New York Fashion Week, specifically the hair trends. And speaking of New York, I know they're big with their bagels. So, Princess, the closest I'm going to get to a bagel is a donut, please.
All right, bring one of those over there. And surely trending on our Feel Good Breakfast show on our floor this morning, Adele Neto. She's an incredible vocalist. Hearing her for the first time, just mind blown. And she'll be performing for you live after the break. Make sure you stay tuned for that. But wait, how does that Bruno Mars thing go? See that?
Show.
Go.
Pop, pop, pop.
Enjoy
Wow,
a
I didn't
moment in
remember
between with McAfee. See you after the break.
All Expresso presenters and guests fly domestically with Mango. Enjoy outstanding service, online check-in and seat selection. With the widest booking and payment options, Mango is the only airline globally to accept store charge cards as a means of payment. Fly in comfort with ergonomically efficient seats for more legroom aboard a fleet of new generation Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Join the presenters of Expresso and fly Mango.
And we listen for a while. So won't you take us to your world? I watch you walk face down, no smile. Please don't speak to me today. The indelible sadness in your eyes, so wise. Will we ever know the truth from your side? Oh, speak your words, woman. We've all the time. Just take your time. We listen for a while. So won't you take us to Oh, speak your words, woman. We've all the time. Just take your time and listen. For once, won't you take us to your world?
So it's, I mean, that little interlude, it is. Sorry, I just skipped a verse. I just wanted to do a quick song.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast show.
Welcome back to your your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso. I hope you filled up those coffee cups. Dion Lawrenson is still with us this morning as we're about to get into some international entertainment news.
And good news indeed. Adam Levine and bandmates James Valentine, Jesse Carmichael, Mickey Madden, Matt Flynn, PJ Morton and Sam Farrar. Yes, there are so many in the band. Well, they'll be taking the stage on the 3rd of February 2019 at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta during Super Bowl 2019. Woohoo! Can you believe it? Yeah, well, they haven't yet publicly commented on the Super Bowl news, but their performances follow Justin Timberlake's halftime show during the 2018 Super Bowl, and they've been congratulated publicly by some of the biggest celebrities in the world, including one of their fans, Ellen DeGeneres. But we thought we'd take a look at all the reasons. Oh, do you guys remember this moment?
That was Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson's Super Bowl moment.
On a Sunday afternoon, people had to see that. Some of the reasons why this band is so worthy of the spot. Well, firstly, they've collaborated with a number of incredible artists over the years. Most recently with none other than
Cardi B.
Cardi B with the hit song Girls Like You. So given that the audience loves surprises, who knows? They might just bring out Cardi B at the Super Bowl stage, which would be, I think, absolutely incredible for her as well.
Yeah.
I mean, for her star to have jumped so far in a short space of time. Maroon 5, of course, have been releasing hit songs for a decade now, and the band's first studio album, Songs About Jane, was released way back in 2002 and featured songs like She Will Be Loved, This Love, and over the years, the band has also continued to produce chart-topping songs which will have the audience on their feet for sure at Super Bowl. And the band has also toured the world together for many, many years, so they know their way around fans and what fans really want from them. They're going to give them, I think, all the hits. If you think about their discography of lyrics and songs over the years, what song isn't going to be a hit?
We're going to be in for a treat. And I mean, I know everyone always puts up a big performance. I think Lady Gaga did this year, and she jumped from the stadium roof onto the stage. I mean, I can't wait to see what Maroon 5 will get up to.
What Maroon 5 song would you love to hear them perform at the halftime show? Yeah?
You're being put on the spot now.
No, think.
I love Sugar. I love moves like Jagger. I love She Will Be Loved.
Yes, there's so many. I think it's going to be hard for them to choose which one.
I have to do a mashup of songs.
Yeah.
I love the one that you chose as well, dude. I love that song.
Thank you. I love that song too. It's my favorite song.
Let us know what you think about the news. It's exciting news for me and for all fans of Maroon 5, including Dion Lawrenson, of course. But that's International Entertainment News on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Now, as the official hair care sponsor of New York Fashion Week for the past 10 years, TRESemmé aims to encourage and inspire their consumers to reinvent their favorite hairstyles straight from the runway. We have Kenny Jules Marifi Winslow, TRESemmé's beauty influencer and fashion anthropologist in studio with us. And of course, we're going to be discussing her experience at New York Fashion Week as well as all of the spring and summer hair trends. Kenny, so good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
We caught up with you midway through New York Fashion Week. What was that experience like for you?
It was absolutely wild. I always forget how crazy and manic it is. I forget I'm supposed to be having a good time and not just working, but unbelievable.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the trends that you saw on or being a part of New York Fashion Week. I mean, it is New York, it is Fashion Week, so I'm sure it was very much out there.
It was. I mean, I used to live in New York.
Yeah.
And as a New York girl, you know that comfortable shoes are number one.
Really?
So I was really surprised to see heels are back.
Wow.
Yeah. The street style girls are doing major sky high heels.
Yeah.
On the runway, we're seeing a lot of color, a return to 70s kind of disco, more is more.
Yeah.
It's a lot happening.
Yeah, I'm sure the heels were out, but the flats were in the bag, just in case it was necessary. Let's talk about some of the runway looks this season and, of course, the products used to accomplish those looks.
So the Cushney show, which is the first show that I went to, backstage, of course I had the pleasure of going backstage and seeing hair and makeup.
Oh, my goodness.
They were using an entire tube of Trez gel on every single model.
What?
Basically to achieve this mirror look, slicked back bun style. Amazing. An entire tube of gel.
That's amazing. Well, listen, like if you want everything to lie flat, you just gotta, you know.
Especially in this South African humidity, the dryness.
What were some of the standout moments for you when it came to the show?
So I feel this great responsibility as a South African, as a brown woman, a woman of color, to represent my community, my country at major events like this. So I'm always looking out for diversity. I'm looking at how many women of color do we have on the runways? How many women of color do we have backstage? What do the stylists look like? Do the hair styles represent a diverse model? So it was really cool for me to be a part of that and to be able to ask those kinds of questions and partner with a brand like Tresemme that champions girls like me and is willing to put in the effort.
I love that. I love that. Now, what I love about the fact that, you know, globally there are all of these different fashion weeks happening, it really does give us an idea as South Africans of what's going to be hot. When it comes to hair trends, is there anything specific we can be looking forward to in the next season?
So aside from the slick back, really structured look at Kushni, the soft waves, loose braids, what I like to call prairie-inspired looks. So low maintenance.
Okay.
Low maintenance.
Like I woke up like this kind of look.
Exactly. Slick in the sense that we're using the Keratin Smooth serum to tame flyaways, unlike mine. But still soft and easy and low maintenance hair.
That's pretty awesome. Well, thank you so much. You look like you had an amazing time.
I did.
You've got the New York glow going on.
Thank you.
And unless, I hope that you're not planning on moving back there anytime soon. Oh, you're not allowed to talk about it.
Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon, I promise.
Now, I know that, you know, Tresemme has been the sponsor for the last 10 years, but what is it like, you know, having a brand backing you and you being a part of a brand that's basically solidified their name in the industry?
It's wild. I mean, there was a panel discussion hosted by Tresemme where celebrity hairstylist Justine Marjan sat on a panel with some other women talking about hair trends, what it means for women in fashion to be, you know, looking at hair as a major part of the fashion week. And it's so cool. I mean, Tresemme is a massive brand. So for them to be able to send me there, for me to be able to participate in something like this is wild.
Yeah. Let me tell you, we're living in exciting times, especially as women, where we get to own what we love and we don't have to apologize for it. We can be so unapologetically ourselves.
Strong.
And to have a brand that basically says, you know what, however you choose to wear your hair, go for it.
That's the way.
We've got all the products that's going to basically stand by you.
We've got a product for you.
Hey, we're here for it. Well, thank you so much, Kenny, for being with us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I love that hair, by the way. I really do.
Thank you.
With the scissors behind her like, I want it. Looking absolutely amazing. I promise I won't do that because that's a criminal offense. Well, global hair care brand Tresemme is putting the power in the hands of their consumers, which is you and me, by helping them recreate looks straight from New York Fashion Week runway, because every woman deserves to look and feel her absolute best.
Right, shall we take a quick break?
Let's.
It's a beautiful day, man.
Yeah. And when we come back, as promised, another live performance from Adele Nqeto. People are losing their minds, as I am as well, after hearing her perform live for the first time. She's incredible.
Phenomenal. What a voice, man. And then it's also Baby Talk. We reserve our Thursdays for Baby Talk. Managing finances and prepping for your baby's future.
Oh, I think it just...
Yeah. Did you get that message?
Debit order for the nappies.
Oh, there we go.
Join the party on Top Billing this Saturday evening as the Bold and the Beautiful's Catherine Kelly Lang shows her mettle in SA's Ironman Championships. Presenter Search finalist Greg Crick is the star of a new thriller, Recce. Plus, designer Kim H opens up new spaces in his latest dramatic renovation. That's Top Billing this Saturday evening at 6, repeats Sunday midday on SABC3. The stage is yours.
right, now welcome back. You're tuning to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on SABC3. And here's a question for you. Are you the smoothest fan to the biggest stars in Mzansi? That is what we want to know, because Tropica is looking for the smoothest fans of some of South Africa's biggest celebrities, who will put their skills and celeb knowledge to the test. Now, today we will give you the scoop on one of the 8 celebrities. We're zooming in on Bonang Mateba. Yes, Queen Bee. Now, she began her career from a very early age and became a household name when co-hosting the SABC1 music show Live. In 2011, she was a contestant on the reality competition Tropica Island of Treasure Season 3. She presented on Top Billing and was the first South African celebrity to launch an online reality show, Bedazzled. Right, so Queen Bee, well, she sure has us all bedazzled. Now, do you think you know Bonang best and what to enter to stand a chance to win, or to rather winning the title of her smoothest fan? That's what we want to know. But I'll tell you, all you have to do is buy Tropica and follow the entry details on the bottle. It's as easy as that. Select your favorite celeb who you think you know best, and you could stand a chance to win thousands of instant daily prizes and a share of 1 million rand. So buy Tropica and enter, because you could be winning incredible smooth prizes, airtime, there's cash up for grabs as well. Just remember, T's and C's do apply, and you can find them on tropica.co.za.
All right, right now it's time for us, just before the news headlines, to quickly take a look at those stories you've stumbled across on social media that'll make you smile for a while. What do you got?
Certainly it will make you smile, and we received a very sweet picture from one of our viewers. This is from Stephanus Boyson, who sent us a picture of him and his dog, and he captioned it. He posted it on our Facebook wall yesterday, and he just, the caption read, "Our love to Bob and Bella," and that's from Siska and Uncle Bucks.
That is such an epic picture. Look at that.
Cool.
Almost harking back to that victory by the Springboks as well. Just a moment of pride, looking over towards New Zealand and going, ha ha! Okay, we have another cute story of a dog called Panda who's showing off his dexterity and his skills, where his owner asked him to hold up his hand, and then they put a little birdie on his hand. And he's like,
so gentle.
He's so relaxed. He's like, okay, my name is Panda, and I'm holding a bird, and this is what dogs do now. Thank you, and thank you. Simple. That's what we do now. Dogs are evolving.
Could have ended up horrible, I'm just
Oh,
saying.
no way!
Well, listen, there's something quite special between the bond of a dad and his daughter. And one little girl in particular gets super duper excited every single time her dad fetches her from school.
Yeah?
Take a look at this. She squeals and screams and just gets so excited every single time he collects her from school.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Pulls at the heartstrings.
All the feels, all the feels. So we found those stories. Maybe you have some more that you'd like to share with us. Please do so on social media. And of course, use hashtag Expresso Show when you do. Baby talk coming up soon, but right now, it's time for the news.
In the national news, 6 members of a suspected rhino horn trafficking syndicate that allegedly ran its own intelligence operation, with at least 2 police officers in its ranks, have been arrested in Mpumalanga, the Hawk said yesterday. It is alleged that the syndicate operated with almost military precision around the Kruger National Park, as well as on private game farms and state-owned reserves in KZN and Gauteng. Hawk spokesperson Brigadier Hangwani Molawatsi said syndicate members allegedly ran poaching groups with the support of corrupt police officials, as well as staff from private game farms. Geologists and paleontologists from Witwatersrand, Birmingham and Oxford universities have confirmed a massive discovery of different species of dinosaur fossils in the Qemera village outside the small town of Sterkspruit in the Eastern Cape. The discovery has attracted international attention, as it's believed to be the most historic dinosaur fossils discovery ever seen. Paleontologists say the discovery of so many dinosaur fossils in one place is the first of its kind in the world. Local villagers believe UNESCO should consider declaring the dino fossil bed a heritage site. Now, moving further abroad, Lesotho's Attorney General has filed court papers accusing suspended Chief Justice Ntomeng Majara of inciting violence and threatening peace and stability in the Mountain Kingdom. She was suspended by the king last week on advice of Prime Minister Tom Tabane. However, Majara's lawyer wrote a letter saying that she would ignore her suspension and resume her duties. Earlier, she was asked to show cause why she should not be suspended and impeached over several misconduct allegations, which include her alleged failure to preside over cases for some 2 years. And then finally, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has agreed to shut one of the country's main missile testing and launch sites. He signed a pledge to permanently close the Tongchang-ri facility after talks in Pyongyang with his South Korean counterpart Moon Jae-in. China has welcomed this development, saying both sides have found new and important common ground. The main focus of the summit meeting was the issue of denuclearization, while the US and North Korea agreed in broad terms earlier this year to work towards that goal. Negotiations have since stalled. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's a final look at what's happening in the world of sport with Kat.
Well, Cape Town City rescued a point in the Premiership last night as they came back from 2 goals down to see out a 2-2 draw with Orlando Pirates in Soweto. By the 16th minute, Pirates were 2-0 ahead, but City's Ayanda Patosi put in a man-of-the-match performance as his second-half brace brought City back level. In last night's other match, Mamelodi Sundowns beat Golden Arrows by a 1-0 in Durban. Moving over to Europe, Juventus got off to a stumbling winning start in the Champions League last night as they beat Valencia by 2-0. The old lady went down to 10 men in just the 29th minute as Cristiano Ronaldo was shown a straight red for an off-the-ball incident, but Juve did manage to bounce back as Miralem Pjanic converted 2 penalties. In other results, Man United beat the Young Boys 3-0, Man City lost to Lyon 2-1, while Real Madrid downed Roma 3-0. On the international front, Banyana are in the Women's COSAFA Cup semi-final action today as they face off with Uganda in Port Elizabeth. South Africa booked their place in the last 4 with a first-place finish in Group A after victories over Malawi, Botswana and Madagascar. Banyana's match kicks off at the Wolfson Stadium at 3:30 with the first semi-final between Zambia and Cameroon set to take place at 1 o'clock. And finally, the Proteas women's ODI match against West Indies yesterday was abandoned due to rain. Now, after the West Indies won the toss and asked to bowl first, South Africa finished their innings on 177 for 8 when the rain came down. And the third and final ODI of the 3-match series takes place this Friday in Barbados, with the Proteas holding a 1-0 series lead. And that's a roundup of the sporting headlines.
Right, let's quickly take a last look as to what's happening out on your roads. It's your Thursday morning in KwaZulu-Natal and Durban Central on the N3 eastbound. There's a stationary vehicle after EB Klute interchange. The left lane has been blocked. Just please keep a lookout for that. It's causing some delays. And in Cape Town, Khayelitsha, there's been an accident on the R300 that's northbound just after the N2. The emergency lane has been blocked. Please approach there with caution as well, or rather plan an alternative route if you're heading in that way. That's where we leave your roads and your traffic for now. Please, we're still heading out on the roads. Drive with care.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
And as we get into your weather and your temperatures for the very last time, we'd just like to take a moment to say thank you for each and every one of you that sent in your pictures this morning. So a big thank you to Mlugisi for your picture from Madadeni in Newcastle, and Dumiso Smith for your sunrise picture taken in Johannesburg, as well as to Carl Hollenby for a beautiful sunrise sent in from Ovongo Beach, and that's in KwaZulu-Natal. And lastly, Asanda Jonga for your beautiful orange skyline from Zitulele in the Wild Coast. Love seeing all of those pictures and what it looks like in your parts of the world during the course of the mornings. Continue to send those pictures. You can post them on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page, and we'll gladly share them with you right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. With regards to your temperatures for the last time going into your Thursday, Polokwane starting off on 10 minimum, reaching a high of 24 degrees. Mbombela 10-17, Pretoria 11-31, Johannesburg on 10 minimum, your maximum 29, Maikeng 14-33, Klerksdorp 13 and a high of 32 today. Kimberley 11-24, Bloemfontein 8-24, Richards Bay 13 with a maximum 19 and some rain expected. Some rain forecast for Pietermaritzburg as well, 8 minimum, your maximum 14, Durban 15 and a high of 18, Mthatha 6-16, East London 10 and a high of 17, Cradock 3-19, Port Elizabeth 9 and a high of 17, George 6-15, Sutherland starting off on a cold -2, staying cool with a maximum 14 degrees, Cape Town 8-15, Worcester around 0 this morning with a maximum 17, Springbok 5-21 and Uppington 10 minimum, your maximum a mild 24. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for your Thursday morning.
Well, thank you, Ewan. And looking at the beautiful sunrise photos you've been sending to us, we're going to take a look at some of them that's been coming through on our Facebook page. This one's from Ganoobi Beach in East London from Clive Chase, sending us a wonderful photo. It looks like everyone took Gunther's tips yesterday, including a little bit more of the scenery alongside some beautiful clouds and the actual sunrise. This one's from Johannesburg, and Tokozo sending it for us, also giving us a little bit more scenery with a beautiful sunrise coming through. One in Hermanus, look at this. This one's from Leslie Jane van Lochenberg. Oh, what a beautiful sunrise captured. And Banana Beach. This one's from Carl Hollenbees. Thank you so much for sending through this picture. We have quite a few coming through. This one's in Kalk Bay from Alan. And we received this one in East London from Leslie Eels. So thank you so much. And please do continue to send your sunrise photos. You can do so on our Facebook page.
Well, it's time for some music right now, and you can catch her live at the Raptor Room tonight here in the Mother City. But right now, to inspire you, color in your Thursday morning with beautiful music, here's Adele Neto with a song called Speak.
Oh, speak your words, woman. We've all the time. Just take your time and we listen. For once, won't you take us to your word? I watch you walk face down, no smile. Please don't speak to me today. The indelible sadness in your eyes, so wise. Will we ever know the truth from your side? Oh, speak your words, woman. We've all the time. Just take your time and we listen. For once, won't you take us to your world? You wash my clothes and watch me grow all the time, never asking why it is the way it is. I will never stop asking you to try to show me. Oh, won't you show me, please? Oh, speak your words, woman. We've all the time. Just take your time and we listen. For once, won't you take us to your world? Speak your words, woman. We've all the time. Just take your time, we listen. For once, won't you take us to your world?
Goodness. Wow. What a treat it is to have you in the studio and to listen to your music. I feel like everyone is just listening right now. And we wanted, what is the message with your music? Do you have a particular theme or message you're trying to bring across? I mean, you were saying earlier to me that this song particularly is about women. The words even say, speak your words, women.
Yeah. I think in general there's a lot of hope and empathy in the music.
Yeah.
But pretty much I kind of write depending on the situation or something that I'm observing. So,
yeah. And tonight it's all going down at the Raptor Room. What time can people... Are there still tickets available?
Yeah, there are definitely tickets at the door. It opens at 8
And then I'm sure the music will get cracking around 8:30. Yeah.
Oh, cannot wait. And of course, if you'd like to follow Adele as well on social media, at Delbel800 on Twitter. I saw that. Anywhere else on social media?
Instagram at Adele Ngato.
Yeah.
And Facebook, I have a Facebook page if you just Google my name.
You can have a Facebook page too if you want. Hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Let us know your comments on our Feel Good Breakfast Show's Facebook page. Of course, our Twitter page as well, using hashtag Expresso Show. Well done.
Thank you so much, Kat. Well, coming after the break, it is our weekly baby talk segments. We do it every Thursday. And today we're talking about managing finance and preparing for baby's future. Very, very important.
Oh, very exciting. And then tonight, the new season, in fact, season 5 of Win a Home, it kicks off on SABC3. We're going to introduce you one by one to each of the design duos. So don't go anywhere. That's coming up after the break.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my favorite time of the week. It's baby talk time on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, are you wondering what costs parent-to-be should be thinking about before and after their child's birth, or when the best time to start saving for your child's education is? Well, on today's baby talk, mother and actress Dion Lawrenson and occupational therapist Meg Fora help us to figure out how to manage our finances and prepare for our children's future. A wonderful and very, very relevant topic, especially in my life right now. So I'm glad to have both of you ladies here to give me some advice and hopefully to parents to be out there. How are you doing, Meg?
Good, thanks, and you, Kat?
Absolutely wonderful. So are there ways that you can prepare yourself for a new baby, realistically? Because I mean, even I thought like, okay, I've got this thing down. People are like, no, nappies are expensive, bro. And I'm like, no, come on, it really can't be that bad. Yeah. And then you realize you're changing about 4 nappies at a time. It adds up. So are there ways in which you can prepare yourself?
Look, there are definitely ways to prepare yourself in general. Things like antenatal classes are important.
Yes.
Getting a lactation consultant to understand breastfeeding is important. Making yourself fit for labour. Those sort of things are the way that mums typically prepare themselves.
Yeah.
But most of us don't think about the way we prepare ourselves financially. I know I certainly didn't, because like you have no idea just how much this is going to cost.
Yeah.
And so I do think that right up front, during your pregnancy, you need to start thinking about certain priorities. Are we going to prioritise disposable nappies versus cloth nappies? That's a decision that will affect the bottom line at the end of the day. And then, of course, looking forward to things like education. There are all sorts of things that you can start to prepare yourself and your budgets ahead of time.
Yeah, my preparation was basically in the lead up to his birth. We are only eating bread and water. And then once we'll figure it out.
How did that work out?
That didn't last too long.
Just wondered.
And Dion, you're a mom of two.
Yes.
A girl and a boy.
Yes.
Wow. Did you find that the real costs of being a parent were a lot more, very different to what you had imagined them to be?
Yeah, I think there's a difference between your first and your second baby.
Yeah.
I think with your first, you get duped into buying all the stuff that you think you need, but you don't. So you spend a whole lot of, did you do the same? You buy all these things that you don't need. And you're like, oh, I never use that. And then with your second baby...
But they tell you your child needs it, right?
But you don't.
Yeah.
All they need is food and love and a nappy.
Time.
I think.
And
love. Yes.
Yeah,
and but then with your second baby, you're like, I'm not buying that. I'm not doing it. You just don't. So you learn.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the first time round, you're like, I want the nappy disposable and everything that you need to. You don't need it.
Yeah. Listen, we'd like to take your calls as well. 0214309881 and your thoughts on how you best prepare for your child coming around in terms of finances. That's our big focus point. And I remember speaking to a parent at a swimming class about the use of disposable versus cloth nappies. I'm like, but aren't we in 2018? Where do cloth nappies come into play here? But it's a real thing. Okay, absolutely. But some of the big costs that parents should be budgeting for in preparing for parenthood, Meg?
Yeah, so there are things that you don't consider, like if you're driving that gorgeous little two-person convertible, you're going to need a family car, and that's a big number.
It's a real
very
thing.
big number, yep. And then you've got things like the pram and the car seat, and some of those systems can be 30,000 Rand. So you want to just really be aware of the fact up front that some of the equipment you do need, and so you need a good car seat, but do you need to be spending the 30,000 Rand on it?
Yeah.
Other things are the cloth nappies and disposable question, and it's actually very interesting because your layout for cloth nappies, and by the way, there are very good systems now. There are even systems where they'll come and collect your nappies from your home, take them away, do them for you, and bring them back, so that you're not using disposables.
Oh my gosh!
And of course, there's an environmental impact of disposables.
Yeah.
So, but up front, you've got to think about those sort of services. And then there's childcare. I mean, it really does become very expensive. You've got to decide: are you going to have a nanny so that you can get back to work, or are you going to look at a good creche? And a good creche can cost a lot of money as well. So there's a lot of these unforeseen expenses that do crop up with little ones.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the realest things that kind of hit me, where at some stage having a car was a luxury, and I'm like, but I live close enough to work, I don't need that. But then you think about traveling and always being able to have the baby safely in the car now warrants having a bigger car, and not just, like you say, the convertible two-door thing that is more for your lifestyle. So there's so much to think about. So that's why we want to get your calls. 0214309881. Baby Talk, it's all about how to plan your finances right for being a parent, for your child. And also, a very important one that's weighing on my head right now is how to ensure that I save up well enough to put him in the best school that I want him to be in order to give him a future that I'd like to give him. So we'll talk more on that just after the break. Stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Well, tonight is the launch of South Africa's premier design and decor reality show, Win a Home Season 5. Now, of course, it has been a much anticipated series following the journey of 3 design duos tasked with transforming 3 white box penthouse apartments into fully decorated luxury homes, one of which you could win. Now, today we get to meet the 3 design duos competing for 100,000 Rand in grand prize money. And of course, I want you to all welcome Rekopile Belebesi and Keketso Marole from Team R and K. Here we are. Ladies, hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So listen, my sources tell me that the two of you only met 3 months ago, and now you've teamed up as a duo.
Yes,
what happened? How did that come about?
Well, I mean, I was exhibiting with my prior boss, and she came up to the stand while I was manning the stand, and at the exhibition design job.
Yes.
And she walked up to me, and I mean, we clicked and we connected, and we're like, you know what? We can do this, definitely.
And she got the link, and she basically sent it to me and said, would you do this? And my motto or mantra in life is, if it sounds exciting, get on a plane and get it going.
I love it.
Do it.
We all have that mantra in life. Well, Kekes, am I correct in saying that you're originally from Bronkhorstspruit, right?
Yes, I am.
Where did your desire or passion for design come from?
Well, I'd say it came from, like, you know, my family, because when I grew up, I used to love drawing, and it just you know, it was there. And I read a lot, and I follow a lot of designers. And in my grade 11th year, I studied EGD, and I was like, this is it.
This is
what I want to do.
I'm done. I found my passion in life.
Yes, I
love that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Rukapila, you own your own bespoke furniture design company in Johannesburg.
Yes.
Tell me more about your love for design.
I'm an artist. I'm a creative. I actually struggle when people ask me, what are you? What do you do? Because anything that is artistic, I kind of gravitate towards. I'm a fan of aesthetics. I love contrasts. People must play with things. It must never be expected or conventional. And so I'd love to go to, I go to auctions and I go to different galleries, and I go to the theater a lot. So I'm inspired, I draw inspiration from the simple things in life. I could walk into someone's house and say, how about turning this fridge pink, it'll transform the space. So that's me.
I love that.
And I also do believe that I was born in the wrong time. I think I belonged in the 80s, or I was supposed to be born then. Everything has to be eclectic, it has to have soul to it. So the older they are, the more there's just more to see. It's more depth and more detail. So yeah, I collected pieces, I got them reupholstered, people wanted to have them from my house, and I said no. So I started, let's put a price on it and make this beneficial for everybody.
Yeah, and then fortunately people loved it and they were willing to pay for it. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So I want to know what your first reactions were to seeing that white box apartment that basically is the blank canvas that I'm sure you love working with.
Yes,
It was exciting. It was beautiful. The view from our units particularly is stunning. We have a mountain, we have lots of natural light.
Yes, and I mean, we thought, like, what can we bring into the space? Like, transform it, get it, give it boldness and excitement, So we were like, you know what? We're ready for this.
We are so ready for this. Talking about being ready for it, what are you looking forward to most being part of the next season of Winter Home?
I've never seen a duo of two females, and to be very specific, black females. I think that excites me. I think that's something we're going to bring to the show that is unique. And what connected us was just that, the fact that we are in a space that's predominantly there's less color representation.
Oh, you're about to bring the color representation.
Bring a lot of boldness. In fact, maybe I shouldn't say, but we are using lots and lots of color, lots of bravery, and just like you said, we come from different backgrounds. She's Betty, I'm Sutu. We're going to bring that into it. Contemporary, eclectic. It's going to be a fusion of a lot of things, but obviously there's going to be a language that runs through the apartment.
I love it.
It's exciting.
And you, Kaketso?
Oh yes, definitely. What I think is that the fact that we've both got different personalities and different styles, what we're going to bring to the show is different, She's more sophisticated and I'm more minimalistic and very industrial as well. Yeah. So I think the combination of the two is just going to transform the space. Beautiful. And exciting, Well,
I'm loving the energy, and when you said the word bravery, I was like, oh, world, you better be ready. I think we're all really excited to see what you're going to bring to that apartment. Thank you so much. Well, there we have it. Don't forget to catch Team R and K in action tonight at 7:30 as Season 5 of Winter Home premieres on SABC3. And of course, stay tuned to Expresso because we'll be introducing you to the other design duos a little bit later on.
Well, we just gotten to know Team R&K a little bit better, and after the break, we're going to introduce you to another design duo. We have the Perma Peeps. Team Perma Peeps, they're joining us.
There they are, exactly. They're also going to be jumping into the kitchen after all of that excitement with some classic vanilla baked donuts. Why not? It's a Thursday, just ahead of the weekend. Stick around after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Dumelang bumapimpane bumapopom. It's baby talk time when you feel good breakfast show, my favorite time of the week, man. You know why. Meg Forrest joining us with Theon Lawrence, and we're talking about making sure that you don't overspend on the things that you think your child needs, how to plan your finances correctly for your child's development. And the truth is, ladies, everyone wants the best for their child. So how do you make sure that you balance wanting the best versus going crazy on the expenditure of things that you don't really need?
Yeah.
The best, I think, I mean, we all have personal opinions on this, but the best is just love and time with your baby. Like, there's nothing else that can beat this and this and this. Do you know what I mean? You can buy everything, but it can't replace. Yeah. So for me, the principle is buy it when you need it.
Yeah.
If you need it, if you, oh, well, I need that, I need a bottle.
Yes.
Then get one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, don't buy stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, I do think we get conned into buying a huge amount of stuff out of guilt, out of a sense of wanting our child to have the absolute best. But very often the programs that we're subscribing to and the toys that we're getting them cannot actually replace just simple time with them. And time is free, and it's, you know, it's a lot cheaper. So I do think it's important not to fall into the trap of buying and consuming and when it comes to your baby.
Let's talk about something that's non-negotiable, education.
Totally.
Saving for your child's education is it's of paramount importance.
And I think most parents will agree that this is a complete shock. Like, you have no idea how expensive education is going to be.
All you need to do is go into www.anyofyourfavouriteschools.com and take a look at their fees, and you'll know pretty quickly what it's going to cost you. So let me ask you first, John, how did you go about planning, or have you started planning for the future of the education of the children?
I mean, you think when you have children or babies, you're like, oh, we have to plan someday they're going to university or whatever. That's not the most expensive. Like, just taking them to a good nursery school, good, you know, primary school is really expensive. So we started very early on, not only making provision for, you know, hopefully they go to like tertiary education one day, but just their day-to-day schooling. But again, for me, it's not being conned into thinking, because we all want the best for them, but what is the best is very individual to your child's needs. And I think it's reflecting on who your child is and looking at them and making sure that they're getting the best for who they are and not necessarily for who the Joneses are or who you think you should do. Or
keeping up with the Joneses.
I know. And it's just, for me, it's always reflecting, like, what is your family dynamic? What does your family need? What do your kids need? Who are they?
Meg, how do you suggest we best save up for education? How have you gone about it?
Yeah, look, I do think it is very important up front to do the numbers, depending on what type of school you want your child to go to. So if you want to go to a good government school through the whole of school and then tertiary education, that's a very different number to if you want to go to a private school. And some private schools are now starting the little ones at 4 months of age and taking them all the way through to matric, I know. Which, you know, and that's the other thing, you know, don't be conned into moving into education systems too early, because for fear of them not getting into the best school later. There are many schools, many government schools and lower range private schools which provide absolutely incredible education without you falling into the trap of being in this private school system. Having said that, whatever you've chosen, you need to do the numbers ahead of time. And I can remember very clearly a conversation with my husband where he said, we did want our kids in private schools for primary and high school and tertiary education. He said, we need $1 million in the bank. It was a shocking number. It was that number where you went, what? That can't be the number. But if that's what you're wanting to do, you know, you need to plan ahead, and that is where these education policies do come into play, and they can be very useful in combination with some financial planning.
I mean, I'm thinking as far as if he one day shows the potential to even go to, let's say, an Ivy League university like a Harvard or an Oxford, then I've got to be ready for that. Am I shooting too far ahead?
Look, I do think those are crazy numbers. We actually went through the whole Ivy League process with my son, funnily enough, and we didn't go in the end. We'd done the whole process because we simply could not afford it as a South African. And so I just think that, you know, and he's at Stellenbosch, and it's a most fabulous university.
Yeah, we've got great universities here, world class.
World class. And so I think we just need to just balance what we're thinking about our kids, and our children are going to be awesome in spite of things like their education, you know, because of the time we give them. So it is more important to prioritise that as well.
Wow, great lessons, ladies. Thank you very, very much. And Meg, of course, you'll be talking about this and so much more on the 29th of September at the Baby Meetup.
Yes, we've got some incredible speakers. In fact, we have Priya Naika, who is a financial planner from Old Mutual. And I heard her talk last year, and it's the most incredible talk about how to plan for your child's future.
Excellent.
So anybody who is starting to put their heads to that type of thing should come along on the 29th of September. We've also got people like Craig Wilkinson, who's a TED speaker, and he's speaking on the role of fathers in children's lives. So we've got a couple of these really incredible speakers coming through to speak about parenthood in general, not just the baby topics like sleep and feeding, but also those very important parenting topics.
Yeah, and Diana, I've got to say, from this conversation, I love what you said about you know, you could buy all the expensive toys and developmental this and that in the world, but nothing beats this and this and this, that time there, which is absolutely free. And is so invaluable to you and your baby as well. But of course, if you'd like to attend the baby show at the Kailami International Convention Centre, it's taking place from the 28th to the 30th of September, with the meetup happening on the 29th. And of course, if you'd like more information, visit them on social media at Baby Show SA. Of course, you can also check out the hashtag meetup. Ladies, thank you very much for a great baby talk.
Thanks. Thanks.
Well, tonight sees the launch of Season 5 of Winner Home on SABC3, but right now we are busy meeting all of the season's design duos. Earlier we met Team R and K, and now it's time for us to meet the next design duo tasked with transforming a white box penthouse apartment into a luxury home. So please help me welcome Melissa Oosthuizen and Sinead Turner from Team Perma Peeps. Make some noise for these gorgeous ladies. Now, you guys are very nervous. Why? This is a safe space. Just breathe in and breathe out. And there we have it. Melissa, Sinead, so good to have you on the show. I'm going to start off with the fact that you guys met while studying in Joburg, and you've been inseparable ever since. Do you think that that close relationship that you have is going to give you a little bit of a, you know, a one-up over all the other teams?
Well, yeah, I mean, during college we did a lot of our project deadlines together, rocking those all-nighters, so we definitely know how to work together, we know how each other thinks, and we're good at handling pressure together.
Yeah. Now, I hear that you have a very strong connection to permaculture principles. Where does that passion come from?
That actually came from college as well. I partook in one of the creative exchanges that we did, where we got to go and work on a permaculture farm for a little bit, and the principles just resonated with us, with sustainability and just designing closed systems for spaces and for people, really.
I love what you can. Yeah, now I know, Sinead, you're also very much in love with sustainability. Where does your passion come from?
My passion also stems from varsity. It's been quite a wild ride. Also, you know, you get to see what's going on around South Africa, especially as a designer, and you see what's happening. So you want to bring sustainability in, and you want to actually create jobs and good things for people.
That is absolutely amazing. All right, so what was your reaction when you walked in and saw that white box, empty apartment, that blank canvas? What was your reaction to it, Melissa?
Oh goodness, it was lovely. It was a beautiful space. We really were so excited to get going and to start getting creative and just having fun with it, really.
Yeah. And are you both excited to be a part of this next season of Winner Home, Sinead?
Very much so, yes.
What are you hoping to bring to the table as a team?
Difference and an expansion on design concepts, and also quirkiness of who we are and bringing our space into the place. I
love it. Well, I think it's going to be thrilling and exciting. So far, two very different teams, but I want to thank you, ladies. I know you have deadlines, and more deadlines, so we're going to let you get to it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Well, there you have it. Don't forget that you can also stand a chance of winning one of these fully decorated luxury homes in the beautiful Par de Filet lifestyle estate in Somerset West, valued at over 3 million rand, as well as other weekly prizes. Now, to enter, all you have to do is visit privateproperty.co.za/winner home and vote for your favorite design duo.
Right, so we've teased you with it a little bit earlier on, but we'll do it again. Classic baked vanilla donuts.
Looking forward to that. And we've been introducing you each one by one to the design duos for the season 5 of Winner Home. That's kicking off tonight. Tonight we also introduce you to the only gents in the competition. Let's get them in here.
Here they are.
We're going to get to know them a little bit after the break.
Keep an eye on these gents.
Voted best courier in South Africa for over 10 years, at Globe Flight our approach is to simply keep our word. When the quality of our courier service was certified ISO 9001 compliant, it only confirmed what Globe Flight customers already know, that from domestic same day to international air freight, Globe Flight delivers smiles 24/7, 365.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, this morning we are meeting the talented design duos competing in the new season of Winner Home, which launches tonight on SABC3. The teams are competing for the grand prize of 100,000 Rand as they transform a white box apartment into a fully decorated luxury home that you could win. We've already spoken to Team R&K and Team Perma Peeps. Now, please help me welcome Kihumile Mate and Nicholas Smith from Team Contrast Control. Oh, finally some boys in the mix, hey?
Exactly.
We love kind of changing things up a bit. So I hear, just like Team Perma Peeps, you guys met at Design College.
Definitely.
Tell me more about how this all came together and why the two of you were like, this needs to happen.
So we always kind of liked each other's design styles and the type of creativity that we have. So
yeah,
we've always wanted to work together.
Yeah.
And we clicked the first time we met. So it just made sense. So this is like a great opportunity for us to just work together. So what better way?
This is wonderful. I also heard that you left your job so that you could 100% focus on this design challenge.
Yes.
Is this the kind of commitment we can look forward to seeing in this season of Winner Home?
Most certainly. Look, like we are giving 150% or nothing. So like me leaving my job, I had no choice. I mean, I've always wanted an opportunity like this. So this is perfect. I honestly did not have a chance or any other choice, so I had to leave.
It's all or nothing, baby.
It's all
or nothing. I love it. Now, Nicholas, you two have been making some big moves. You left a degree in BCom Financial Management to pursue a career in design or interior design. Tell us more about your motivation for doing that.
Yeah, it was just a bit of a life realization in that, and kind of heading towards a desk job in finance and kind of realized that I don't want that path, so took up design, and I haven't really looked back since then.
I love it. I love it. What was your reaction when you walked into that empty space and saw all of the possibilities that could abound from it?
Sure, those apartments are beautiful. Like the really lovely high ceilings. They've done really nice off-shutter concrete. We're just excited. The architectural kind of opportunities are amazing. So
there really is nothing better than turning something like that into what you envision it to be, right?
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. It's just great to also just be in the construction phase of it rather than just getting something where it's furnished and you really have to refurbish it. So this also gives us a lot of opportunity and creativity, you know.
Oh, so exciting. What are you hoping to bring as a team, Team Contrast Control, to this season of Winner Home?
We are definitely hoping to bring a more Afrolicious.
Ooh, Afrolicious, nice.
We're coining that.
Yeah, okay.
But we are very out of the box, and we just always want to push boundaries.
Yeah.
So we hope that we can do that.
Nice. You, Nicholas?
Yeah, we're bringing a lot of color, a lot of energy, but it still needs to be livable and practical. So.
Wonderful. Well, guys, we wish you all the best, along with all the other teams. This is going to be a very exciting and thrilling season, so thank you so much for being a part of it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Well, they're bringing Afro-liciousness, as Kehumila says. Don't forget to catch tonight's premiere of Winner Home at 7:30 on SABC3. And if you would like to stand a chance of winning weekly prizes, and of course that grand prize of one of these fully decorated luxury homes valued at over 3 million rand, all you have to do is visit privateproperty.co.za/Winner Home to vote for your favorite design deal.
All right, are you ready to get crazy?
Yes.
Are you ready to get insane?
Yes.
Very motivated and inspired by crazy ideas of vanilla all over?
Yes.
Well, you're right on time. We're
wow.
Did I get just like that? That was good. That was good.
Listen, I can feel a donut coming.
We're in the kitchen. Clover, a classic, is inspiring us to make these donut balls, as they call apparently in America. We were doing Pop-tarts earlier. Oh.
Holes.
Yes.
Well, they are balls, but...
Yes. And this is our secret ingredient that we are going to... Because we're vanilla everything today.
Vanilla. We love vanilla.
Okay, show us how to make them.
Right, so we're going to start with the dry ingredients, my brother.
Please do.
All right, cool. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Are you ready?
I'm excited.
Show me.
Go for it.
Show me. Okay, no, that's useless. Okay, so we got some flour, and we got some salt in there, we got some baking powder.
Good stuff.
Bam.
Okay.
That is like, you got that. That's
you
easy.
make it look so simple.
You know?
Okay.
If everything is prepped, it is simple.
Is this the part where you then make the well in the dry ingredients?
Yes. Later.
Oh, later.
Later. Now for the wet ingredients. So what do we have here? We have some sugar and some butter.
That you've melted
yes.
At more than room temperature.
It's a little bit cold-ish right now.
Okay.
But that's lekker. You can actually eat it just like that. But it's
that would be quite... Can I taste a little bit
Go
of that?
for it, my brother. Butter and sugar is like a winning combination.
It's like...
Do we need to continue?
Let's continue.
Put the eggs in there.
All right, eggs go in there, two of them.
That's it.
There we go.
Just want to get that nice and mixed. So you want to just make sure this becomes nice and light and fluffy.
Yeah, look, if you just join us right now, we're making a Clover Classic vanilla baked donut. A tower so high, we've stacked it up so high, Jack and his beanstalk would be like, you. Okay.
God and God, a donut heaven.
So now.
Okay. Vanilla paste.
Okay.
Everything
I've never
vanilla.
used vanilla paste in any kind of.
This is nice because it's quite potent.
Before.
You get the little seeds in there still as well, which packs of punch and flavor, man.
We are vanilla everything.
Okay, now some Clover Classic yogurt. First and foremost, we need 2 of those guys, please.
2 of them, okay?
Yes.
And they come in these beautiful, nicely sized serving.
You know, there is a spoon, but you you can't do that if you want.
This is how I make sure I get every single drop out.
Good, no, good. You go for it. I don't mind.
There you go.
Get it out.
There you go. Making sure. Get it out. Get it out.
Brilliante.
Okay,
now, we need some Clover fresh full cream milk. 2 of those little, what is this, a ladle? Is it a cup?
This is a cup.
Okay.
It's the equivalent of a cup.
Is it? Really?
Can you
it's a third
imagine
of a cup, man.
Is it a third of a cup? Oh, okay.
I don't know how your cups look at home, man. That's a small cup, man.
We drink small amounts of tea, okay? 2 of them, eh?
Yes.
So basically this is 2/3.
That's it.
Which is just more than half.
That's it.
Because if somebody asks you to measure 2/3 and half a cup, then you wouldn't be able to.
If you're a pro, then you can do it.
Oh, is that how it is?
Is that how it is?
No, cool.
Okay, so that's your wet ingredients. Look at them. Look at them.
You can SMS the keyword Clover to 33728 if you'd like to get your hands on the recipe, as well as the ingredients, so that you can make your own at home. These Clover Classic vanilla baked donuts.
Yeah. The well effect.
There we go. Okay.
The well effect.
You need a good friend standing by. Are you? Oh, is that? Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just give you an easy, steady stream of our wet ingredients into the dry.
Okay. We can steady on more.
Steady on more. Steady on more.
Yep. That's good. You see, now we're slowly grabbing from the edges.
Your technique is masterful.
Bro, so is yours, man.
I'm so impressed.
Steady hands, man. Steady hands.
Just give it that TV long drop. There we go. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. And of course, our Clover Classic, which is our secret ingredient that we're using, contains 10 vitamins in it. So great for the family, as also these treats, when you make them, not just delicious and sweet treats, but great and nutritious.
Nutritious. So make sure that all the flour is kind of absorbed into our wet mixture.
Yeah.
That smells so vanilla-esque. Can you
vanilla.
smell that?
Oh, we are vanilla everything.
Knock that one back. So once again, you can stop right here.
Yeah.
And you can eat it as is.
Could you?
You could.
Man,
absolutely.
Just a little.
Be careful. It's good. You're not going to stop.
Man!
You see? You see? So right now, all right, so that's your donut mixture. Now, what you can do, you can go and make the balls by dropping it in or just making little balls and fry them off.
Yeah.
Or you can make, actually, you get a donut maker.
Yes.
So you can make the traditional donut. So that's how it is. That's your dough. So we've made the little balls.
Yes.
You can come out like that. Remember, the keyword is clover, SMS out to 33728. Here we have some milk and some icing sugar in there.
Yeah.
Make a nice little syrupy icing sugar. And
then
you can see that. Look at that crack on that, man.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And then do you just kind of like let it dance in there?
You let it dance in there.
Before it dances in your mouth.
And then do you know what this is?
Those are hundreds and thousands.
Well done.
Yes,
Well done.
I remember them from my childhood. They're called, are they called 100,000s or hundreds and thousands?
Hundreds and thousands. Because there's hundreds and thousands of them.
It's a great name.
And you can go half, you can go all, you can go whatever.
You see, I would have done that. I would have just gotten like half a hundreds and thousands, which is like half. It's a half.
Clover is yours. Keyword SMS that to 33728 for these beautiful Clover Classic Baked Donuts. Check it out.
Clover Classic Custard, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
I actually got. So we've just made those donuts and they're absolutely delicious. I mean, look at them right here. That keyword is Clover. SMS that to 33728 if you want to get your hands on the recipe. He's crying. That is how good it is.
I was about to spit some real facts. And then you just...
No, but it was just too much. It was just too much. It was good. Anyways.
Yeah, so that was Clover, SMS Clover for the ingredients to make this wonderful dessert. And for our previous dessert we made.
Tandoori grilled chicken. Perfect for Heritage Day. I think something different. We made a beautiful marinade with some yogurt. There's spices in there, some lemon as well. We used Clover's Be Well canola olive oil, which is the garlic variant, making it a beautiful flavor. And you can serve that with a fresh salad as well. That keyword is Be Well. SMS that to 33728. But of course, all the recipes will be available on our website, expressoshow.com.
I mean, I can't look at you straight in the eye right now.
Why?
Yes,
What is a donut ball between a friend?
Well, it's still in my mouth, parts of it.
As long as it was good. That's all I care about.
Absolutely.
Right. So, let's talk about more food. Now, for those of you who relish a taste of something playful, tune into Afternoon Express. That's today at 4:30 p.m. for a childhood treat.
Absolutely. Cookie dough broken up into buttery chunks and embedded into a tub of homemade frozen yogurt. Just even the thought of that, absolutely delicious. So this frozen treat is guaranteed to become a new family favorite. So make sure that you tune in 4:30 on SABC3, and that's Afternoon Express.
Oh, well, we are taking one last break. When we get back, more with the design duos from Winner Home, that new season kicking off this evening. Do not miss it. It's all taking place at 7:30 right here on SABC3. We'll see you after the break.
Lulu. And I wanna know that, oh, it's alright to feel in the dark about life. Sometimes we'll just run while finding our way here in the dark. In the mess we made while we're finding our hearts along the way. In due time we'll sew in the seams and make a start with the life we've made while we're finding our hearts along the way.
That's good.
In of your fear, Set your heart into motion, even when you fail. You know you can always get up again and still run while finding your way here in the mess we made while we're fighting our hearts along the way. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, you know what that tune means? We're celebrating birthdays because every day millions of people celebrate their birthdays all around the world. So as we welcome today, the 20th of September, let's take a look at who is celebrating their birthdays with a little something different today.
That's right. We actually have a caller on the line. Janine Joshua's daughter, Jamie Lee, is celebrating her 9th birthday today. Good morning, Janine.
Morning, guys.
Oh, listen, what would you like to say to Jamie Lee today?
Well, firstly, I just want to wish her a happy birthday from her mom, her dad, her sister Kaylee, and her grandpa and her gran. And I just want to tell her that she has to stay the sweet, loving girl that she is, and that anything that she puts her mind to, that she will accomplish that.
That's so special.
Yes, and I just hope that all her wishes and dreams come true one day.
Oh, that's so sweet,
That is
Janine.
amazing.
Do you guys have any special plans for today?
Well, today it's cake and tea with gran and aunties and cousins. And next weekend and this weekend, we will be going to the strawberry farm in Stellenbosch, and then for a sushi date, and then off to Avalon Springs for a weekend.
Yay, that's amazing. Well, we've got a slice of birthday cake for Jamie Lee here, wishing her a very happy birthday from our Expresso family to you. And thank you so much for letting us know what is on the cards for her birthday today, Janine.
Oh, that's special. Thank you guys for accommodating us.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
You really helped me make the day special. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Jamie Lee! Woo!
Celebrating her 9th
amazing.
birthday.
Thank you, Janine.
Have a fantastic one. In case we missed your birthday, happy birthday to you. And if you are celebrating your birthday a little bit later this week or even next week, or you would love to wish a loved one, why don't you email us with your birthday wish, include a picture, let us know some details about the birthday person, and email that to birthdays@cordova.tv. That's birthdays@cordova.tv, so that we can wish you a happy birthday too.
Well, listen, since hearing her perform her very first song this morning, I'm already starting to try and make plans and shift things out so I can make it to the performance tonight at the Raptor Room to see Adele Ngaito. What can people expect when they come to the show tonight?
Well, tonight I'm actually going to be collaborating with another band, Andrew Genius. So we'll be collaborating on each other's
yes,
sets.
we had them on the show last week.
Yes, they were
Brilliant.
here. So we're doing a show together, some of my own solo stuff, and Claire, who was on sax, is going to join me again. So it's going to be a nice collab.
Excellent. You told me earlier on that you have an EP out, which I'm assuming people can get out there. It's available online stores and so on. What else are you working on looking forward?
I'm working on a national tour, so we want to do a tour to South Africa, so we'll be back in Cape Town. And then, going back into studio. Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. What's the last song that you have chosen to perform for us?
This song is called Along the Way.
Take it away.
Catch a feeling and put it to the test. Grab a lifeline and hold it to your chest. You're breathing fine. Everything is gonna be alright. You're flying blind. Whoa, oh, now. Sink your teeth into life that is your mess. Breathe in deep and believe this is your best. You're doing now. Everything is gonna be alright. You're flying blind. Whoa, oh, now. And I wanna know that, oh, it's alright to feel in the dark about life. Sometimes we'll just run while finding our way here in the dark, in the mess we make while we're finding our hearts along the way. In due time we'll sow in these seams and make a start with the life we've made while we're finding our hearts along the way. And I wanna know that, oh, it's alright to fail and still be brave at the same time. Oh, God knows I'm trying to still run while finding my way here in the dark, in the mess we made while we're finding our hearts along the way. In due time we'll sow in these seams and make a start with the life we've made while we're finding our hearts all along the way. In spite of your fear, put your heart into motion. Even when you fail, you know you can always get up again and still run while finding my way here in the dark, in the mess we made while we're finding our hearts along the way. Oh, when in the nick of time we'll sow in these seams and make a start with the life we've made while we're finding our hearts all along the way.
Look at that. Look at that. Just magical. I think that's how most people have been describing Adele's performances on the show this morning. Catch her at the Raptor Room tonight. She is something else. Like,
That's the type of music you can just sit and listen to the entire day.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Like, where's
She's
she
got
been
that
all my
flow.
life kind of vibe.
Exactly.
I
That's the
said to her,
question.
like,
That is the question.
when she sings, she always melodically lands on the notes that I want her to go to, but I didn't even know that I wanted it, but it was there. And then just look at God. Look at God.
Collaboration.
Oh my gosh, I would die. I would absolutely die. Thank you very much for the beautiful music, Adele. And good luck to you for working on that project. She's going back to studio.
Awesome.
Yeah. Working on new stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
But I think right now, is there time for us to talk about so
lots of time.
Earlier on, we had some cuteness. Cuteness trending on what's trending. For me, it was cute when we had the little doggy that was...
Stephanus Poseidon that sent us a picture of him and his doggy. I forgot the doggy's
Stephanus Boysen,
name.
yes.
Yes, Boysen. I
So
said
tell us
Poseidon.
more about what was happening here.
It was a moment that was captured. For me, I thought
Uncle
it was...
Bucks.
It was harking back to the victory against the Springboks that I mean that the Springboks had over New Zealand. That it was so great. He felt like taking a picture with his old school Springbok rugby tray En hy kyk oor die New Zealand land en hy sê vir die mense, kyk net hierso.
I love this.
Ons het oorwin.
What else did you guys
love
have?
to Bob and Bella, guys. That's why the picture was there.
Actually. And then we saw another doggy on Facebook that is doing amazing tricks because look at this.
Trick.
It is a trick. Because usually doggies don't know how to keep steady like this, and the owner puts a little budgie, parakeet,
a white bird,
a white-paid budgie on the arm,
it's a cockatoo, guys.
A cockatoo. Een cockatoo's like massive.
Nee man.
Soos met die.
Maar hy het mos daai ding. Hy het hom net nie opgesit nie.
Maar hy's baie klein. Hy's baie klein.
Ja.
Did you have one more?
That was very cute. No, that was all I had.
It was the dad that picked up his little girl from school.
Yes, man. Just
you know when you the sweetest little bond.
Just like
so excited to see that.
Baby talk today. You're talking about like saving up to put your kid in a good school. You're hoping they'll give you that direction.
Can I say this? That is what I go home to every single day.
Really?
Every single day when I walk into the house, it's that I get attacked by these two adorable gremlins.
Hey,
I think you need to film
every day.
And
I should.
Show us.
And listen, what's up with Kian challenging you and Adrian to like dancing challenges these days?
Like I don't know what's happening. So he did this whole chicken dance song at school, and he heard it, and then all of a sudden he's like, Dad, you and Mom need to do it. I'm gonna film it. And you post on social media.
Did he speak in that voice as well?
He's 5. Just a higher pitch. Just a higher pitch. No, for real, like seriously. But did you see his camera skills? Go check it out. It's absolutely amazing.
Oh my word. We love it. We love it. We also love hanging out with you guys. Thankfully, we get to do it again tomorrow. There's Bunny Chows on the show, everybody.
And Cortas and Gatsby's.
And Wonderboom will be on your Feel Good Breakfast show. In the meantime, have a wonderful Thursday. Sintana Nogi Makaya. Bye-bye. Yay.
Cheers, guys.
Yay.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.